Hey, family. Can you hear me? I put my headphones on today and I put my speaker on, hooked up my speaker as well. Hey, Fee. Hey, Roast and Toast. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully, you stay for the live. I'm just kind of, I don't like the way this sound. Can't really hear. I'll wait for a minute. Hey, Ken. Can you hear me, Ken? Oh, okay. So I got my headset on today, hooked up my speaker, so I hope everything is working right. Because yesterday I heard a lot of feedback. So I just kind of want to recap because yesterday I ended up getting interviewed last night. It was okay though. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for it. But what's everybody doing? I just kind of wanted to talk about YouTube today because it's just so much going on. There's so much going on. I can't do this thing right here because I can't hear myself. Okay, that's better. Can you guys hear me good? Put these headphones up because I don't like the way I sound. I had to put my grandson. I had to sit at my desk today. I'm tired of sitting in my room hiding. Um, oh, my humble opinion. We started off talking about Duck's mom, and then it it ended up me getting interviewed. But it was cool though. It was cool. It was very informational, and hopefully it helped somebody. But what's up with you today, Fee? Working hard. Should be off work now. I've made sure I set it up at a time. Let's see. Let me go here. Turn this down. Thank you for sharing my video, Ken. Do 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 do. Okay, is it here? Here it goes. Okay, here we go. So what's up today? I know I was a little late, but I had to get my grandson set up so he can go in my bedroom and he can get locked in there because his terrible butt. And I needed to sit at my desk today instead of sitting clogged up in my bedroom. So that's what I had to do. She looked cute. She's pretty. So how's everybody today? I just kind of want to have a kind of an open discussion and she had grandbaby in there listening to Mickey Mouse. So how's everybody day going so far? Hey, Smooth Carter, how you doing? I didn't go to sleep till shit 2 o'clock in the morning. Let me fix this. Add that to the top. I'm cool. See, just a little tired because I didn't go to sleep till late, and I said let me get up because I don't want to get back on that not sleeping all night thing again. Grandbaby didn't go to sleep till late either. I had to rock him to sleep last night. Shit, he be wearing me out, y'all. Now let me go and do this and start this show. Mhm.
God's Girls World is a safe place to share your journey of life, the pain, your grief, your happiness, your victory of addiction. Look, stop with everything you're doing right now. Go subscribe to God's Girls World TV today. What you waiting on? Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa? Just go subscribe to the sister today. Show some love. Tell them Lady Snoop saying shit.
I can't be over here.
Go subscribe to God's Girls World TV today.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty cool, Smooth. Just try to wake up early today so I can go to bed early. And woke that grandbaby up too so he can go to bed. It's rough. I'm too old to be taking care of baby. Especially at night. But I put the link up there if anybody want to come up and let's just talk. Trying to do better with going live. Where's Max at? Okay. Okay, hold on. Well, I can't see you, Max. What's going on here? Oh, okay. Here she goes. Now, give me a second. Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh my God, what is all these things popping up? That's crazy. Shut down my email. Shut that down. That's crazy. Okay. All right. So let's get it. Let's talk about it. I just really would love to see some peace happening on YouTube. Really, because it's just ridiculous for everybody to be funking for no reason. Anybody want to come up and chop it up with me? I don't have any particular subject to talk about today, but I just want to come on and I kind of want to still talk about what we were talking about last night. Smooth, you was misbehaving last night. You was doing the dang thing last night. You tried to do it. Let's discuss that. Which part? About yeah, I was looking for his video so that I could run that video. Let me see if I can find it again. Oh, that's cute. That's a cute picture. Hey, Fee.
Oh, hey,
That's a cute picture.
thank you. Willie Podcast did it for me.
Oh, yeah, I like that. That's a bad mama jamma boy.
She's a bad mama jamma,
Sang that girl.
just as fine as she can be. Hey, I'm just playing. Listen, Chicky Wicky, what you got? I just got off of work, so I got some bath water with some
Ooh,
Epsom salt choco, Hawaiian
ooh.
lava, something new that just came. I got some food on the stove, so come on, we gotta talk up real quick now, cause you did this right after work.
I know. I know. I want to play that clip of Hassan Campbell with that bull mess he did because I didn't play it last night because I don't really care for him. But I think it's important for everybody to see how ignorant this fool is.
Well,
Let's
I was
see.
listening earlier to. No, okay. Go ahead.
No, what? No, what was you saying?
Because I'm not real familiar with it, but I was kind of listening to Max when she was on another panel, and they was. I think he was talking about a young mother's having a bunch of kids and trying to raise boys. She's just she has such a great outlook on a lot of things. So, um,
Yeah,
but I think they started out talking about his mom and I think the environment. So I'm not listen. I know people think I know everything or I think I know everything, but I know how to say that's not my forte.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm,
I can empathize with someone losing their kids, but what all was I don't because I don't want to disrespect anybody, but I don't know what environment she had her kids in, and I don't know if that's the issue or not. So that's why I wanted to kind of stay away
Yeah, I
from
spoke on
that.
that though last night because sometimes it is the environment that you're in, and Chicago is ruthless. So I couldn't imagine not losing somebody, even if it's just getting hit by a bullet, just as much as they shooting out there and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, so Smooth said that they were talking about her dating the ops. Now, as a grown mother, I mean, are they really ops? I mean, what is I
and that
just
part he lied about because she wasn't talking to the op. I mean, she wasn't dating the op. She was actually talking. She actually texted one of them. I mean, how could you not? Because that circle of them are all so close together, even though they're all ops or whatever you call them. But that whole circle is just they're right there. I'm gonna share my screen and I figured out how to do this last night because I was all crazy last night. Let's hear this bully. Come on now.
New position yet?
Is it sharing?
What's taking so long? I thought you knew this place.
Oh, okay, here we
I
go.
don't have time. I'm going in.
Is it me or does it look blurry?
I'm trying to see it up there. I don't see it up there still. I don't see it up there. Well, let's see. Let's see.
You
Stop
have
sharing.
a little noise, a buzz.
Yeah, I heard that. Let me see if I turn my volume down. Will that take that away? How does it sound now?
It's not as loud, but it's still there. Okay, it's better,
Duck, mother, here's what you're supposed to take accountability. You had 10 kids
but it's
in
bad.
Chicago.
Grand even.
You lost 5. 10
Unity,
kids
unity,
in
sweet.
Chicago. You lost 5.
Wait.
I was
Hey, Toothless Tiger, you gonna come up?
How would you feel? How would you feel? I would have animosity. I would have a problem with my baby mother losing my children to the streets.
I be trying to speak the
You have
truth.
mothers in
Thank
Chicago, right?
you.
You have mothers in Chicago that raise children in the same streets to be construction workers, to be
Can you hear it?
Oh no.
police officers, a productive kids. Every mother in Chicago didn't raise a. See, the problem in this world is people don't like to take accountability, right? Accountability, accountability, right? FBG Duck, mother, here's where you're supposed to take accountability. You had 10 kids in Chicago. You lost 5 of them. 10 kids in Chicago. You lost 5 of them. I was asked a question on Clubhouse. Hey, yo, House, how would you feel? How do you feel? I would have animosity. I would have a problem with my baby mother losing my children to the streets. You have mothers in Chicago, right? You have mothers in Chicago that raise children in the same streets to be construction workers.
Uh-oh.
I'm making this quick video because it has been 1 month since joining the Cashflow 101 system, and so what I wanted to do is make this video
to be doctors, lawyers, police officers. You have mothers in Chicago that raise productive kids. Every mother in Chicago didn't raise a gangbanger, right? My question is 1, 2, 3.
The nerve of him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How do you lose 5 children? When does it get to the point whether you lost 4 or 5 to the street? Because you lost half of them at least to the street, right? When it gets to the 5th kid, Duck, when you get the Duck, right? When does it kick in? When does that mother's intuition or that protector that comes with being a mother say, let me get my children, my kids out of these streets? When does that kick in? FBG Duck made a song called Dead B-I-T-C, you know, right? Where he disrespected the dead. That song cost him his life. Right? That song cost him his life. I don't think somewhere down the line that FBG Duck or his mother told him, because she got a lot to say on social media. You didn't tell your son when he made that song, dissing T-Roy, right? And all the rest of them other dudes from O Block. You didn't warn your son and tell your son that Muwak was the Grand Reaper, that he was going to be the angel of death that came to see him. You didn't warn your son, did you?
Now let's stop right there. How is he gonna hold Duck's mama accountable for basically being a rapper? This is what they do out there. So how is he gonna hold her accountable for what her son does? Come on, these kids do what they want to do these days. Duck was a grown man. He wasn't no child. Help me understand that. You know what I'm saying, Fee? Hello?
I can't help you understand that because I don't. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't speak on behalf of that
Yeah.
because
Well,
I don't want to tap into, because I don't know I don't have the fullness of it. So
yeah.
I just don't want to speak
Well,
and
part
be.
of this is she
Mhm.
had 5 kids that were deceased, and only 2 of them were killed in the streets. So
Okay.
basically, the picture he painted was that she was all of her children were killed in the streets. The picture
I
he
thought he
painted,
said five.
yeah, 5. That's what I'm saying. All
Five
all,
of
all 5 of
10.
them, yeah,
Right. So
but
I don't.
they
Yeah,
weren't,
but I don't know. So that's why I haven't done any research on it. So that's why I don't want to speak on it
yeah, okay,
without having a full understanding. Because to do so to me, it's just like how people can take something somebody said on these YouTube streets and run with it as if it's true without doing a research. So that's why I really can't speak on it because honestly, I haven't done any research.
yeah, okay. But I showed the video last night of her coming out of her mouth stating how her kids were
And I didn't
deceased.
see it. And I
Yeah,
didn't see
yeah.
it. Yeah. I
Okay.
didn't I
Well, I
didn't
can
see
probably
it.
go back and play that, but
Okay.
my whole thing with him is before you go out and shit on somebody's happiness, because she's of course in the mindset of celebrating her son's murders getting solved a year later. Okay.
Mhm.
And for him to not do a fact check, and you know deeply about that, uh, and not find out the truth that 3 of her kids were deceased a different kind of way. Only 2 of them were killed in the streets, and that part is what pissed me off because he didn't even check it out. He just talking, just clout chasing. Okay, I'm gonna keep playing it because he got a whole bunch of nerves to say all this shit he's saying.
Okay, I think if I would have something to say right now, I
Hmm.
would question why did he not have an opinion about any of this before they found out who murdered her son.
Yeah,
So why is it just
exactly.
now coming up now? So if you had an opinion about her and her raising and her kids falling victim to to the streets, why did you not say anything then?
Exactly. So
I
to
mean,
me,
so
it felt
that's
like, yeah,
go ahead.
no, it just felt like he used this time that she's happy and getting a little closure to go dump this bullshit out, which lets me feel like he's clout chasing because, like you said, why he didn't say this before that they were apprehended.
Right.
Okay.
You knew the voice from O Block wasn't playing. You didn't use your voice. You wasn't all over social media trying to slow your son down. No. Then I listened to you in the interview, right? Breaking down how the police actually let FBG Duck bleed out. They did. You all seen the video. You know why they let your son bleed out? With all due respect, man, because he was a part of the problem in the streets of Chicago. And the police of Chicago, not saying I feel this way, ma'am, but
Wow.
the police of Chicago felt that instead of helping him to get to that 3-minute hospital, they'd rather see him bleed out before he makes somebody else's child bleed out. Huh? This is what you raised. Let's talk about it, Mama Duck. Your son, FBG Duck, said in his song, Dad, B-I-T-C, he said in his song that ever since the age of 12, we've been demons. Hold up. Wait. He said ever since the age of 12, he became a demon. I was raised by a praying mother who cast demons out. What kind of a mother raises a child at 12 years old? What kind of life did he see? What kind of world did you birth him into and did not protect him from? To the point to where that at 12, a child is still supposed to be protected from and shielded from their mother, right? Their mother. So what kind of world did you raise Duck in that at 12 years old, he felt like he had to turn into a demon? Where is the accountability? At 12 years old, I wasn't thinking about being a demon. At 12 years old, I was still playing with G.I. Joes and trans.
I started to say something, but I ain't gonna say that. How dare him? How dare him? The environment was of that. The mother don't got nothing to do with that. You can raise your kids the right way, whichever there's not a book on that. You actually adapt to the environment that you're in. You know, nobody's I don't think she's saying that she ain't about that life or whatever. You know, it's where she lives at. It's the area that she comes from. Chicago is ruthless. And my thing with him is you talking about you was still playing with toys and whatever, gadgets or whatever, but you gotta remember your own story. Cause somewhere along the line, you was getting fucked in the ass. Allegedly. Okay. Keep going.
And that may be why he's so opinionated about it, because maybe his mama didn't protect him or didn't or had him in the environment that left him to be subject to that and not know any different. I mean, so it could all be deep rooted.
Yeah.
He may have an issue with a mother's not raising their sons or protecting their sons. So you don't know. That's why I'm going to be real careful in how I handle this because I don't know everything. And he does have some issues. So for us to even bring up the fact that he was molested, I don't even like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just because he's doing something or speaking out don't mean that we should bring up his that's re-victimizing. That's doing the same thing that I've talked about, and I don't like that.
Yeah, but that's like pointing a finger and you got three pointed right back in your face.
That's
He would take
absolutely
this
true. But
he would take this time of this woman celebrating and having a
Mhm.
piece of closure and not do his research and come out and re-victimize her again. Because I'm sure
So
that hurt her to hear him say all this,
absolutely,
which is not right.
absolutely right.
And
So is it
then,
right for me to re-victimize him? Because he re-victimized, it's going to be a continuing cycle to
yeah,
justify re-victimizing people. So who stops it?
yeah. But I think what I'm trying to say here is like I've been molested. It didn't turn me into a monster. It didn't turn me into a person that goes after somebody else when I know I got my own issues. That's the problem that I have with him.
Yeah, and
Is that he's
everybody
pointing a
handle it
finger.
different. I
Yeah,
get it. I get
yeah,
it. I totally understand.
yeah,
But this is what happens a lot with people who have been victimized. And then then they turn around and re-victimize people. It is a cycle.
yes, yes, yes.
So that's
That
why
part.
I don't want to be in a position where I'm re-victimizing someone, because I often speak out against when people re-victimize people.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to be guilty of doing what I speak out against with others. I just think we have to be mindful, and just
Yeah.
because we have an opinion, don't mean that we have to express our opinion, especially if we are, you know,
I'm gonna use
re-
myself. That's just like
okay.
we just said on that other live. How somebody can come after my deceased kids, but then when somebody talks about theirs, it's oh Lord, my world is over. Um, People just got to be careful, and the fact that he actually did this, he's going to get all kind of opinions from people because of what he's been through and what he put out here publicly, which makes him look like a goddamn counterfeit or just a hypocrite.
Well, right now he don't look like that to me. Right now he looks like he's angry with mothers who don't, who maybe uh put other things or other people a priority over their kids. It appears to me right now that he's lashing out, and it
Yeah,
may be deep rooted.
yeah. But he didn't do enough research on her. If you're going to go ahead and
I
out
don't.
her,
I
then you
get
need to
that,
have some facts
but
to back that up. It's just like me. Somebody could say that about me losing two kids. My daughter got killed in a hit and run just crossing the street. My son walked outside at the wrong time while they was doing the drive-by, which is something that they were planning to do. My son wasn't planning to be outside. You know what I'm saying? So people can get very judgmental when they don't really know the full whole story of your situation, and especially when there's turmoil. And that's just that it because I cried when I heard her get that wow, they finally got him. I don't have to wonder. I don't have to walk around this city and it could be you that did it. And it could be you that did it. I did that with my daughter when I was still living in the area. And I was like, I could be standing in the store next to the person that killed my baby. You know what I'm saying? And don't know who it is. So that's big when you can get some resolve, when you can get a little close. It don't fix it, but at least she can breathe now and say that they're off the streets. Because he didn't die of sickness. He got killed. And to me, this guy who should remember what he went through, not to victimize again, like you said, not to re-victimize her.
and he may be remembering, and that may be his anger. He may be. He may just. He just may be talking to his mama when he talking to her.
Yeah, I get that. I get that part.
Okay.
It just
All
made
right.
me angry,
I
and
get it.
and and I don't have a problem speaking about his ass because I never really cared for him. I like I said last night, I did an interview with him, and he's always been this cocky person, and he
Oh,
don't look
okay.
in the mirror at himself. He's so busy pointing his finger. He's so busy looking out the window and pointing at you till he's not looking at himself. He's not taking any responsibility, any accountability for himself. And that's the way I've always seen him. And that's been about four years ago. Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
You have a good
All of
credit
these
score? You
commercials.
plan on spending $500 in the next 90 days? A friend of mine told me about a credit card. At 12 years old, you know the sad part about this, Mama Duck? Let me talk to you with love, Mama Duck. You know what the sad part about this is, Mama Duck? Right now, FBG Duck is burning in the pits of hell. No, Hassan Campbell, you didn't say that. He's in hell. If you believe in heaven and hell, from the God, the creator that we all pray to, according to the Bible, according to the Quran, the scriptures, once you invoke Satan, that becomes your Lord and Savior. Satan doesn't save. He destroys. You don't see the streets of Chicago? There is no place for a demon in heaven. These are not my words. Your son claimed demon time. May he rest in peace. I wish you pray the best for God. But But it's too late. You got all over social media and criticized me. You said some of the worst words that you could say about a person, about me. I didn't hear these same words coming out of your mouth about Muwop. Let's talk about Muwop, the dude that walked around Chicago making songs, laughing about smoking that pack of duck.
I need to
He
step
even
away.
put a
Okay.
picture of Donald Duck representing your son on his sneakers. And you use your voice to slander me? Because all I said was I would be mad and want to kill you if that was my son because you didn't protect these kids from the streets. It's called accountability.
Okay, I'm gonna stop right there.
Mama Duck, but you
I'm gonna stop right there. If anything, Papa should be wanting to kill himself. How he gonna blame the woman when he left her and went to prison, left her raising her son, his son? So how could he blame the mother when father wasn't even there? It's some backwards ass shit to me. Okay, we keep going.
you still got to be accountable for what goes on in the hood. You women are out there raising young men
By
at 12
themselves.
years old. His life was so hard that he wanted to become a demon at 12. Who's accountable for that? I'm not one of those black brothers that's going to be sitting up there saying, hey, let's just blame everything on the white man. No. His mother birthed him in a world of hell. And she spit out 10 children that she couldn't take care of. She couldn't pay attention to all 10 of those children. She spent most of her time in the face of a man. You spent most of your time in the face of a man. This is how you kept having babies. The problem is somewhere down the line, these men wasn't being fathers in these children's life. That's obviously because they couldn't balance out the pain from keeping young Duck from turning into a demon.
Okay, to me, he just contradicted himself because what he's saying is the man wasn't able to, so he's expecting her to be able to do that. Come on, we don't have a heaven and hell to put somebody in to judge him that way. This is crazy. His mentality is sick.
FBG Duck, how I came across him is because he made one of the most disrespectful songs I ever heard in my life. Dead Beat, ITC. Finish. This is the song that he did, where he laughed and bragged about the death of T-Roy and others. Where was your voice at to teach him as a young soldier, this is not what we do? We don't disrespect the dead, we let them rest in peace. There is a curse that comes from drill music, and it started in Chicago. And now that cancer has spread to New York City, to the streets of Brooklyn, in the Bronx, because of parents like you not taking accountability and being responsible for your children. Now you're capitalizing all over social media off of your son's death. You have more words to say about me than what you had to say about those dudes that made songs and posts bragging about your son. Dirk made a song talking about Duck didn't duck. These other dudes laughed and said he couldn't get up. And you mad at me because I'm the one that hits you the hardest, because when you look in the mirror, every time you look in the mirror, you got to realize and take responsibility that you raised them in hell. And you never took the time out to say, let me save my children from the pits of fire. These cats even got you all allegedly, I got to say allegedly, but I seen it, man. Got you posted all over the internet. How would I feel as a father when I see my son have to look at his mother with his mom posted all over the internet? The internet with the ops posted them. You played a part in this lifestyle. When you know better, you do better. Once you lose one child, two child, three child, like wow. Your animal instinct didn't kick in, survival mode didn't kick in for you to get your kids out of that hellfire? I guess not, because at the age of 12 it was too late. There was no turning back from Duck. He already transformed into a demon. And his own mother's love wasn't enough to change him into an engine. It is what it is, man. That's my take. I say this with love. In the hood, we got to start taking accountability for the children that we raise. Mama Duck, you didn't take accountability, and you didn't play your cards right. And because you didn't play your cards right, the love that a mother uses to turn a child into an angel, you lacked. He turned into a demon. Instead of being a child of God, he became a child of Satan. Welcome to the hellfire. It is what it is. That's my take. And for all of you cats out there running your mouth, may FBG Duck rest in peace. Y'all left Moo-Wop out there for a whole year before the feds came and got him. I don't want to hear nothing. Ain't nothing sweet over here. You heard? It is what it is, man. Accountability, that's what it's called. At some point in time, the community has to take accountability. Mothers and fathers have to take accountability. I don't know what FBG Duck's father was, but I was asked the question. If I was his father, that was the answer. No disrespect intended for FBG Duck mother. I don't have to do that. Because the truth will whoop her ass every time she look in the mirror. You running around and you worried about his music.
Hey, Sacramento. The struggle.
Ooh, I can't take no more of that. All right. Mm-hmm.
Did you
That
get
was
a
a
better
lot, y'all.
understanding?
I mean, I get some of what he's saying because me as a mother, with my children, I definitely try to keep them out of areas that I knew was failure. But at the end of the day, a child is gonna do what they do because, as I shared before, I was really hard on my kids, and then my son would do what he had to do on the way to school and after school. So it's hard to really blame the parent when I don't know her, so I don't know her full story of how she dealt with her kids. But I know for me, I did what I had to do, the best that I could do with mine. I even I was so desperate, I went on the TV show because I liked the way Judge Hatchett handled the kids that would come on there and give them tough love. So I did everything. I mean, I was on the highway with mine, trying to save his life before he was taken. So, but I can't judge her on that part because I don't know that part of her story. But save his life before he was taken. So, but I can't judge her on that part because I don't know that part of her story. But turn off your.
I'm here.
Hey, Mama, turn off your.
Yeah, let me turn off the YouTube. I got you. I got you.
Hey, lady. Hey.
Hey, everybody. I didn't know I was in. I wasn't going to come up because I was going to work on something that I'm getting ready to work on. But after I heard you guys speak, if you want to finish your thought, Gigi, because I had some things that I wanted to say to you.
No, go right ahead.
Okay. And I want you to hear me and just think about me and you talking on the telephone like we normally do.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you're going to have a title that says, let's bring peace in the YouTube streets,
mm-hmm.
then we ought to bring peace.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, this is just to me, looking at this, you're not bringing peace because you're tearing him down. And I, too, am a victim of molestation.
Mm-hmm.
And you keep comparing your molestation to his. But you can't do that because we're all affected differently. So you
no, I didn't compare mine to his.
Yeah, well, you just said you didn't do what he's doing.
Yeah.
So that's a comparison. And
well, I know it affects people different.
Yeah, but you don't have to do what he's doing. because that could be the way he's coping with what he's coping with, because maybe he never got help. You did. Whatever help you got it. Maybe he didn't get that. You know, for me, when I came on YouTube and I'm doing just what you're doing with him, when I came on YouTube, I came on to add me to YouTube. And so I have so many different facets of my life. And I have so many years of experience. I've, never been in the drug scene, but I've loved drug addicts. Never been an alcoholic, but I've loved alcoholics. Never been a criminal, but I've loved criminals. I've been to prison more than anybody I know. I spent 13 years in 2 different penitentiaries, but I was in the visitation room every Saturday. So we all have life experiences that we probably can help somebody who don't really know what they're going through. It's just like I'm going through the loss of 3 different mothers. I lost my mother 28 years ago. So I'm saying, if you're going to talk about a subject and bring peace to me, then you wouldn't victimize a victim, because he has his opinion of that lady and he's a man. And unfortunately, or maybe it's fortunately, I don't know, but men think different from women. And he's coming from a male perspective. And for you to dissect him and say that he has 1 finger and he has 3 pointing back and a thumb, well, you do too. And you're judging him online. So
I'm not judging him, though.
You may not think you're doing that, but that's how it comes across.
I'm just saying how it affected me, because I lost 2 kids too. You haven't lost any kids, so you don't know what that feels like.
But do I have to know what that feels like?
To be victimized, and to be victimized by somebody, and to be victimized by somebody.
But nobody will never feel what you feel, and people are victimized all goddamn day. Some people have lost 5 kids. Some
I know that.
Some lost 10. So we don't need to talk about that. All I'm trying to tell you is,
let me let Keith up here.
All I'm trying to tell you is, when you do what you're doing.
Good afternoon, ladies.
Hey, how you
doing? Good afternoon, Ken.
Hello.
And hi, Wilma and Dimple and
hi, everybody in the chat. All I'm saying to you is, I'm talking to you, Gigi.
I'm listening.
Yeah, I'm telling you that you're not bringing peace. If you feel bad about it, then you can say I feel bad about it. But everything that you say, you always take it back to you and your 2 kids. And that's real for you. Nobody's never going to feel what you feel. Nobody. Because those were your babies. And ain't nobody trying to take that away from you. But at some point, you're going to have to be able to talk about things where you can empathize with other people, because you don't seem to show that empathy.
But that's exactly why I did this live, was my empathy for his mother, for a person. Hold on, let me talk. This is my panel.
But you have to.
Hold on, let me talk. And
I don't give a damn whose show it is if you want to go like that, because I can
Hold on.
I can leave.
Listen,
we're not going to be on YouTube and you talking to me crazy, because I don't do crazy.
But you kind of talking to me crazy.
No, I'm telling you, and I asked you for permission to tell you.
Okay, and now I'm responding. Now I'm responding to you.
Yeah, but you may
I have sympathy for Duck's mother.
Ma'am, you have to let her answer your question.
I don't have to do a goddamn thing. I can hang up. That's what I can do.
Well, then do what you gotta do.
You can't disrespect somebody and then respect for them.
Y'all have a good
okay, miss.
Yeah, you were attacking me. That was crazy.
Yeah, that wasn't crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was real.
Are you a Campbell fan?
Just met.
Are you a Hassan Campbell fan?
And that's why I asked for permission. But I don't need
my thing is, did anybody say that they should have killed his mama when he got molested?
I don't care what somebody says. See, that's the problem.
Well, I'm asking the panel a question.
I don't know. I didn't listen to none of it, sir.
Well, we can't get past it if he.
I don't care nothing about that man. I'm talking about Gigi, and that's who I care about. And if she want to play off into that with you,
no, it's just the way that. Hold on, Toothless Tiger. Let me talk. Hold on. Now, like I said, when I saw her enjoy her moment of the people getting, my reason on here is for mothers and families that lost children to violence. That's my whole reason I'm on here, because of my kids. I can talk about that because I lost 2 kids. Hold on, let me finish talking and then you go, because you went in. So let me go.
No, I got you, but I'm just saying, tell me what I don't know about this, because you know I know your story. You know,
I know, but hold on, you're not letting me. Hold on.
But I don't need you to rehash that. Just
I'm not rehashing that.
Okay.
I felt that it was she didn't get to enjoy her moment. I watch him move. I did lives with him. Okay, I watch him move. Okay, and he moves in a cloud chaser way. Okay, so my thing was, why would you shit on her moment of happiness and come out and start talking about her? He didn't do it before.
Listen.
He could have, if he had a problem with this, he should have said something when Doug died.
But you know what?
I don't feel bad for Miss Hassan Campbell. I don't feel bad about him getting molested.
I'm not talking about feeling good or bad, Gigi. I'm talking about your show because I like what you've done and it's beautiful and stuff. But you know, if you want to attract the world, because it goes further than him, then you're going to have to get into the empathy role and then talk about things. And if you want to have this kind of conversation, if you're bringing peace, I'm talking about to YouTube, then this wouldn't be the place that you would pick him apart. If you want to talk, I don't care how you, but you are picking him apart.
But if you did, oh well,
this is not always the best thing to tell.
Let me be quiet.
I know, but Truth Tiger, hold on. Yeah. I didn't pick him apart. I gave my opinion of the words that came out his mouth. Because if anybody should been held accountable, let's hold the father accountable, not to get out and kill her when he left her to raise that son by herself. Because of his choices.
Anybody accountable, because we don't know nobody's situation. I'm just saying to you, all I'm saying to you is stay focused on whatever your topic is and don't get off on the person, because it takes away from your topic. The way you sound, I'm telling you what it sounds like. And
okay, but then you know what you should have did to retire since we have this relationship or whatever?
Nah,
you should have talked to me about behind the scenes. If you
Auntie, this lady is very disrespectful.
You didn't need to get on my panel. You didn't need to get on my panel in front of everybody. Look, I won't lose any sleep if I don't ever talk to you. I'm getting you out of here. Bye.
That's what I asked you.
I ain't doing this. I ain't doing this kind of
bullshit. You wanted to
remove. Bye. Block. I ain't got time for that motherfucking shit right there now. I gave my opinion of what I felt with the mother being blamed for everything. Because I'm a mother.
That is very different. It really shocks me, and
that's
because
crazy.
this woman is a particular age, and it really shocks me how she really talking and how she's really helping up for a person like that. Like he's known for doing what he's doing now, and my thing is how we supposed to feel sorry for him being touched, but he's blaming this woman for her losing children that she don't have no control over once they make the age of 18.
Once they hit the age 12,
you can't blame her.
Yeah, that part. And you know, my whole thing with her is she came up here to try to humiliate me, because the reason I talk and do what I do is because I've walked through that. I talk about drugs. I've walked through that. I lost kids. I walked through that. Okay, so if she had any care for me, she should have hit me up like she said. I don't talk to her no more. She don't call me.
So here's the thing.
Don't play with me, because I'm a motherfucking 100 at the end of the motherfucking day. Okay?
No, see that. Don't let her do that to you, because that's what she wants. See, she doing the same thing he doing.
That
clout
she did
chasing.
some bullshit like that.
She clout chasing just like him. Any woman, I don't care who you is, what sit up there and accept anything that Miss Hassan say is a weirdo. He's weird. He actually got on that panel, and this man actually said that he would have put his hands on this woman and he would have killed her over something that ain't have nothing to do with him. That's
And he
just crazy
accused
to
her
me.
of something that wasn't true. He
Yeah,
said
of
all
sleeping
her
with the
kids,
ops.
all 5 of her kids got killed. And no, they didn't. So if you're gonna do a story on somebody, then get the facts. And you would have found out only 2 of her children got killed in the streets.
Yep. And she never slept with anyone from
No.
O Block.
Listen
She
to her story.
texted
Yes.
somebody
Exactly.
from O Block.
Exactly.
She sent him fake pictures. She never, from what it sounds like to me, sounds like she was trying to set the guy up from O Block, but she just ain't say it.
Mm.
That's what it sounded like to me. She trying to set him up. She was gonna tell Duck what it was, what hotel they was at, and they was gonna come and do what they got to do. It sounds like to me it was a setup because she never even met up with the guy. So y'all really need to stop. I would never talk to nobody mama like that, the way he talked to that lady. But we gotta expect that. I expect that from him because he disrespects his wife as well. So that's not nothing new. Disrespecting your wife is like disrespecting your mama. I'm gonna go on mute.
It's just, I hate that had to happen because I feel like if she had love for me, she would have pulled my coattail behind the scenes. Don't get on my panel and start judging something that I'm doing that I've experienced. I can only share this type of journey with people because of what I've been through. An alcoholic can't tell a person that don't drink. No, a person that don't drink can't tell an alcoholic how to get out alcohol. They can tell them all day. But I want to know how long you've been clean and how you did that. That's when you can come talk to me and tell me something. And I'm going to listen.
Yes,
Don't
Lord.
come at me like that when you don't know exactly what she felt and how happy I was for her. This is my page. I can talk about what the fuck I want to talk about.
And if you want to
I'm
support
not into
another
being
mother, you can
disrespectful
support
like that, but
another
I don't
mother.
like the way that just went down. That wasn't cool to me. You ain't for me because if you for me, you gonna check me. You gonna check me right, unless you trying to start something. You trying to come up here and start some bullshit with me. I'm not laying down for no motherfucker.
That
Okay,
was
so
very
can I
Fuck about
disrespectful.
me.
can I ask you something, please?
I'm
I'm gonna
hurt.
drop down and let you two ladies talk. I just
Okay.
want to get up here and say that to
Yeah,
TD. Y'all have a good day.
bye, Ken.
Bye
That
bye.
is Ken, right? Ken?
Yeah, that was Ken. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Thank you,
so
Ken.
let me ask you something. Are you about to, are you gonna, are we finna fix our wig and go on back
Yeah, I'm gonna
to,
fix it. I'm gonna straighten it up right now.
okay,
Okay.
straighten the wig, because what we are not
Okay.
gonna do is sit up here and go there on your platform. So we just adjust it. We all need some act right up in here. Straighten the wig, and let's just go. Let me have a little talk with Jesus, and you go on in the back room right quick, and put a little water on your face and
Yeah.
readjust.
Regina, I just want to say this, Regina. I used to talk to her, so I don't think she felt that. But if she needed to do that, she should have pulled me to the side if she really cared about me. She didn't need to come on this panel with that, like that, and that's how it went bad because
Yeah,
I was offended.
but I don't want to talk about that on this
Okay.
panel. So if that's what you're going to do, and because this is your panel, I totally agree. So if that's what we're going to do, then I need to remove myself because I don't want that here with me. Now you can do it if you want to, but I don't want to be on here with that.
I know. Okay.
So do I need to remove myself, or are we going to try to move forward? Because either way is fine with me. I just need to protect my peace and my environment.
I got you.
So what are we gonna do? Do you need this vent? Because if so, I understand. And boo boo, I will say I'll holler at you later. Call me later. and we'll be okay.
Can you talk to the audience for a minute so I can go spit real quick?
Okay, ladies
All
and
right.
gentlemen, what? I'm gonna be honest. I understand both avenues, and I'm gonna be honest with that. I knew that once I found out that we were not talking about the topic, I probably was trying to deviate from having this talk on this panel with God's girl, because it comes from a whole nother place with her, and I respect that. But that's not everybody's place, and right now she doesn't see that, so I get it. And respectfully, sometimes we're not going to see eye to eye, but I know her well enough to know, her tender. So that's why I'm trying to take this a different direction right now, so that it won't disturb her groove, and it won't go so far out of hand that her and Toothless Tiger can't talk, because they were friends. They were friends before me and Gigi was friends. So we don't want it to go so far to the left that we can't U-turn that around. So that's what I'm here to do. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't know about nobody else. But that's what so Miss Dimples, hi. Dimple D, hi. Miss Wilma Flagstaff, hi. How you doing? Hello, please. Yeah, you know. But I will say from my experience, if Toothless Tiger didn't care, you know, we seasoned ladies tend to have a different energy when we care versus when we don't care. So I will say that. So, I don't know. Gigi, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back. She know how to get at me if she really cared.
Yeah, I wouldn't say she didn't care. I just would say, she know how to get at you so that y'all can talk about it.
Yeah,
You know.
but that this wasn't it, because I'm emotionally invested in her feelings, in this woman's feelings, rather she how she move or whatever. I mean, because I'm waiting for my day. So that hurt me when I saw it. Like I said, I cried.
Okay. So
So
with that being said, because I promise I really don't want to be up here with this conversation
yeah,
with
okay, we
you.
can
So
stop it.
okay,
What's
yeah.
this say? What's that? Yeah, maybe it's time for me to end this live.
I mean, because your topic said let's talk about the peace in the YouTube streets.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
did you have something that, because that part of what she was saying, I got.
Mm-hmm.
I
And I
got.
got it. I got a lot of what she's saying. I got a lot of what she's saying, and I
Mhm.
think you know exactly what I mean when I'm saying what I'm saying. Hit me up if this is some care that you have for me. Hit my number. Talk to me. Chastise me. I can listen. I can take correction. But like I said, I'm very emotionally invested in this situation, because this is why I'm here on YouTube. Is because I did lose two children, and I did want to inspire and help other mothers. I'm not talking about people talking against us. I'm not perfect. So that part. Please what?
Did you block her? Can you unblock her?
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. I'm kind of hurt with her. I can't. I don't want to continue this on here. I don't
Oh,
want. I can apologize to her for any, because I don't think I disrespected her. I felt kind of attacked. And Fee, you know how I am. So GG, please
you
log
know,
GT
do
back
you
in. I don't
know?
know how to unblock her. How do I do that? How do I unblock her? I don't know how to unblock nobody. Let me see.
Listen, I know you don't know this, but I can backstroke. I could swim, baby. I can swing them arms and backstroke to get way on the way. And this time, I'm trying to backstroke. It's like, ooh, I am
Well,
not.
I apologize to everybody, but like I said, I am emotionally invested. I was celebrating that moment with her, and then to
Let me
stroll
ask you
down
this. Let
and
me
see
ask you
that it
this.
just kind of threw me off, and
Let me
and
call,
and and
let
and
me
that
ask you
part,
this, Stephanie. Why
yeah.
did you do it 2 days and you know straight and you know that you're emotionally invested and you know that?
Well,
So
because yesterday when I did it, I just had her part. I didn't play his part. I played her part, and I felt like it wasn't a complete live because I did not play his part and hear everything that he said. So I found a I found a live where he just talked about that part. So that's why I played it. How do I unblock somebody, you guys? Because you know it don't. I hear you guys. I hear you. Oh, you let her in? Okay. Okay. Well, we can piece this out on here. I don't have a problem. I mean, it went left on here.
do you have her number? Can you call her and ask her to come back?
Whew. I definitely wasn't expecting this.
I know, but you said you can air it out on
I
here.
know. I
Since it
know.
happened here, then let's air it out here so that it won't go another day. If that's what you say is true.
I
So, but if not,
if I
then
don't care about a person, it wouldn't bother me.
I get
But
that.
Smooth, did you unblock her? Okay.
Yeah, I agree. You can mute her if when you want to. You have control of the mute.
Huh? Are you unblocked? Okay.
You talking to me?
No, I'm talking to her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I know I don't want to be involved like that either. So come back up. I know. Okay. 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 I apologize, and let's go on and do that on here because we did it in front of the folk. Okay. 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 She's trying to get back in.
I
See, it's
think
certain
it,
people, huh?
I think it's very important that anything that I'm gonna be a part of, or I think we need to be examples, and I'm not saying that we perfect. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that I can't yank a wig off even though I don't have a wig on. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that if we can control our emotions, we can be the example that we talk about. So we that's why I am taking the stance that I'm trying to take right now, because we got to be examples for these younger people in these YouTube streets, especially if we the godmothers.
Yeah, you're right. You're
So
right,
it's
and I messed up right there because I like I said, you know, my tears came in a part of this,
I get it.
and I always this I'm gonna say this publicly. I always expect for my woo for my people that I respect to handle me a certain kind of way because of the way that I am. Fee, take
I'm
care of
here.
it. I'll be right back. I mean, you already know what's going on.
Yeah, it's okay. Baby, these YouTube streets that have you want to take earrings off and all type of stuff, but we are not going to do that. We done paid our dues to that. The devil is a lie. We gonna disagree and we gonna giggle and laugh it off and try not to take it to the next day. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna try to do. So come on, Toothless Tiger. Yes, women. I don't even have a wig on, honey. We got to adjust that wig sometimes. Mm. Toothless Tiger, please come back. I think she's coming back. I don't know if it needs to cycle itself to readjust from being blocked to being unblocked. So hopefully she'll come back. She answered the call, so she'll come back, I think. Hmm.
Ooh, y'all killing me. Oh.
She
Okay.
said, while we're waiting, please clue me in on the facts of this panel. What is the facts of your panel? What is
Who said that?
Wilma Flagstaff? Go to the
She
next one.
said,
I think after that one, Dimple D had a.
okay, hold on, let me see. Yeah, she come. Unlock her already. Okay. Okay. I am new here and here to support Gospel's World by the way of Lady Smith. Okay. It's Linker. Sincerely sorry. Okay. I agree with peace. Okay. Let me go ahead and let her out.
I'm backstage.
You here?
Welcome back to the
Am I
video.
back?
Yeah,
Yes.
you back.
Okay, hey. I wasn't adjusting. I wasn't adjusting or anything. But let me say this to you, Gigi. Gigi, let me say this to you.
It's the
Let me say this.
echo.
I wasn't adjusting or anything. So what's going on, y'all? YouTube, let me cut
Yeah,
that
turn.
off. Okay, y'all know. Let me say this to you, Gigi, because we have known each other the longest, and you know I love you dearly.
Yeah.
We have these conversations all the time, and I understand what you're saying. So I don't ever want you to lose thought of that. When I asked you, could I talk to you like we talk? You gave me permission to do that. So that's the only reason why we had this conversation here. But not only that, your topic said bringing peace to the YouTube street. So that's what I was letting you know. This didn't feel like if you're a new person, I'm just talking about a new person, the way you were breaking him down, and I understand what you were saying about feeling what you were feeling with the mother because of what you've gone through, and you don't know who's done this to your baby girl. I know, I know your story. So I empathize with you. I wouldn't dare come on here to try to chastise. I don't do that. I'm 62 years old. Would be 63 if I live to make it. And I am the toothless tiger. But I don't come to attack nobody. I came because I always tell you, your ministry is so good. If you say you wanted to grow organically, and you do, you have a beautiful coming on. I love that. I love your song, your commercial. Hell, I love you as a person, and you know that. But all I was saying to you is this doesn't feel like keeping peace, even though you were giving your opinion. To me, that's not an opinion ready to give because he's a victim too. And we don't know what victims go through. Everybody is different and everybody come back different. So he could have just been lashing out at the woman. And again, he was coming from a male's perspective. And when I was telling you, you bring everything back to you, and then it goes into your pain, and you miss the mark. But you got a lot of people that's coming to you because they want healing, and you've healed over a whole lot of things. I'm proud of you, and you know that. So this ain't no mad at you trying to show you up shit. No, I walk with you, and I came on because of that. I walk with you. I'm not.
Okay, let me share this.
Okay.
Let me share this real quick. Okay.
Okay.
So, y'all know I'm a crybaby.
Yeah.
So, it takes me a minute to trust if somebody's really for me, and I don't have to keep my walls up. And this has nothing to do with this right here. So, dang, Fee, can I use an example, please? Fee? Are you here? Okay, so
yes, I'm here, and I'm back here saying no.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
No, I had it on mute.
But it would be perfect if I could use that
No,
example.
ma'am.
No? Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay. So, this is hard.
May I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Are you using the example for the people that's in here? Because I know you, so I don't need an example. You know, I've heard your story, and we didn't just start talking today or yesterday. We've been a long way together. Remember the forward to your book and everything?
I know,
so
but,
we know each other.
I kind of felt like, and that's why
other.
this didn't need to be done publicly, because I kind of felt like you left me.
No, you left yourself. I didn't leave you. I never left you. When you quit communicating with me, you left yourself. I give people the freedom to be who they are. See, I lived 62 years of pain, and I ain't lost no child. Trust me. But I done felt so much motherfucking pain. Can't nobody talk about pain. But since I've worked so many different programs of recovery, I have learned to let people be who they say they are, or who they think they are, or who they want to be. But you quit communicating with me.
No, I didn't. No, I did not. No, I did not.
You may not realize it, and you were doing other things. And I'm not angry, because I love what you're doing. You're doing some great shit. See, I'm in your corner whether you know it or not. I'm in your corner when you're not in your corner. I am. When you go off and do different things, that's you. You're a grown-ass woman, and you're entitled. I know your pain. I know your struggles. We done had these, we done talked all goddamn night. We ain't just talking to be on here. When I got on here, I wasn't getting on here to chastise you. That's why I asked for permission to speak to you the way we talk. And you said yes. Because, you know me. And I get emotional. I'm a Scorpio, goddamn it. My birthday next week. And we some real drama queens. We don't mean nobody no goddamn harm. And like I told you, I had 3 fights and lost all goddamn 3. So I ain't no fighter.
Oh,
and then the motherfucker who think I'm fat, you goddamn right. I am fat. I started out a motherfucking brick. Then I moved to a brick house. Then I moved to a mansion. And now I'm a whole goddamn plantation. And I don't know now a nigga that don't want a goddamn plantation. When a nigga asks me for the P word, trust me, the vow that follow the P ain't no motherfucking O. It's a U. And I try to give him every pound I got if it's a nigga I want to fuck with. So I don't care about nobody calling me fat. I don't give a fuck about them calling me toothless. Everybody know why I'm toothless. And if you don't, go check out my motherfucking channel and find out why I'm toothless. But I don't care nothing about that game. I didn't care about what that boy said. I don't give a fuck about that boy. I was talking about Gigi, my Gigi. Fuck the rest. I was telling you, because you got a hell of a thing here. Sometimes we just get lost and we don't know how to take it to the next level. And if we stay in the mud, we're not going to get to the next level. You got some shit that could put you on motherfucking me cable network on TV because you really have a serious story. But like I told you, you lost 2 kids and some people done lost 8. So we understand that. But all I want you to do is when you talk about anything or anybody, leave your judgment out of it because it ain't really, we not about judging nobody. Ain't none of us got nothing for nobody to go to. You know, he don't, you don't, I don't none of us. It ain't nothing, you know, I take issue with people who say, well, you know, facts are facts. In my opinion, it's just my opinion, and you can't argue with opinion. Well, if your fucking opinion is wrong, I can't argue with that bitch. But I don't argue, nor do I agree to argue. People say, let's agree to disagree. Fuck that. I don't agree to disagree because disagreeing is arguing. If we disagree, let's move on and talk about something that we agree on. We don't have to agree to disagree. We don't have to disagree. But I'm here for you. That's why I came up. Like I told you, I lost 3 mothers since Wednesday. And one of them is my best friend mother, who I call my second mother. And I just lost her yesterday. That shit hurt.
Sorry to hear about
So
that.
I was going to do a show, and I've been doing my research on grieving and losing a mother. Because I feel like now, for me, you talking about crying, I could cry forever. Because I feel like now I've lost 2 mothers. I love that lady. And the other 2 people, I'm friends with their children, and I hate they lost their mother, but it doesn't feel the same. So I know your pain. And I would never get on here to embarrass you. And you know I don't like that bullshit, those words, clout chasing, and I'm not into that bullshit. That's kid shit. I don't even know nothing about that. When I got on YouTube, one of the first things I said, if you look at my introduction, is most people forget the word you. It's the first word in YouTube. So really it's about you. And then you sharing your experience, and that's my take on it. If your take is different, that's fine. But you got something that's going to bless a lot of people. You done overcame a lot of things, and you don't mind talking about it. You're not ashamed. Can't nobody hit you over the head with it. That's all I was saying to you. When you said peace in the YouTube streets, I thought you was going to just, you know, tell the women, let's come together as mothers and as women. Because our children need us. They do. Shit, they can't even read. You know, they don't even know who they are. Our girls don't even know nothing about, you know, I don't want to sound too nasty, but they don't even know nothing, I'm going to say, in feminine hygiene products. Some girls are spotting their clothes and messing them up, and they don't even know why, because nobody ever taught them that at this age, you're going to have a cycle. You know, I thought you was talking about stuff like that. Now, you can talk about what the fuck you want. Do understand me. But I'm saying with your ministry and with the word God in your title, when people come to you, they don't come to you expecting to hear you say, and this is an example, the guy, that motherfucker did this. You know I cuss like a goddamn sailor. You know that. But you know, sometimes it's not appropriate, especially if I'm trying to reach new people. Because some people ain't going to look like us that's going to come to your channel. Why? Because of your title. And ain't nothing wrong with the people that want to talk. You know, I did a YouTube, and I did one the other day. Because I like to go and look at different people, and I look at them, and I hear the women bickering and stuff. And I did one about the YouTube love affairs. Reminds me of my penitentiary inside-outside love affairs. Because, you know, my ex-husband was in prison, and then I was entangled with a guy for 7 years who's doing life. So, and I was saying the way they was arguing and cussing and fussing over 1 or 2 niggas on YouTube, they don't even know. Or if they do know them, they ain't shit. And then they calling each other bitches and hoes and dick suckers and sluts and god damn. And then we talk about white people. Come on, y'all. We can do. Them motherfuckers making millions talking about how to bake a cake, how to make chocolate chip cookies, how to iron a pair of pants. And then we all over here tearing each other down, talking about bitches and hoes and slut and who the fuck you think you is, and I'm about that life. Any motherfucker that's 30 and talking about they about that life ain't got no goddamn life. I don't give a damn what their life is about. The toughest of gangsters die. And if they don't die, they go to prison. And then we have children that's looking up to us. So what are we producing then? We producing more goddamn gangsters that's about that life. Fuck that life. And ain't nothing wrong with you being in the life. But real gangsters don't be on YouTube telling nobody about the life. Not no real gangster. That's a wankster. So I'm just saying, that's all I really was trying to say to you. I didn't mean for us to go anywhere other than love.
And I let me apologize. Like I have stated before, I have always been the stature of always having to protect myself.
Mm-hmm. I know.
And trusting that, not trusting that, is this person really genuine? That this person, like I said to you, you don't know it, but I felt like you left me.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
I'm sorry.
Regardless of that, I felt like you left me. And so, what I do is I put my wall back up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's only, you can probably count on hands. Remember, I didn't have my mom, I didn't have a father, so I've always had to fight for myself, protect myself.
Yeah.
So I immediately had my guards up because I felt like you left me, so I didn't know what was what. Because I have much respect for certain women in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But that's if I trust you. And I trust that you don't mean me no harm. I don't have a problem being corrected. Because all I can do is make me better. I can take what works for me, and the rest I can brush it off my shoulder.
Throw it
So
away.
I'm not too up here where I can't be corrected.
Mm-hmm.
So I just felt like the way I had already felt that you left me.
Okay.
And then for that to come out, and looking at your just looking at the way that you were talking to me, it came across to me as I was being attacked.
Okay.
And so I immediately had my guards up because I probably am wrong for what I said about him, but I meant it because I celebrated that moment with her.
Mm-hmm.
An encouragement that it's going to happen for me one day. I can only empathize with what went on is because I know how she feels. My panel is all about that. It's all about, I didn't put myself in a box to let that be the only thing that we talk about, is doing lives with family members who lose children to violence. I didn't want to put myself in a box because I have many stories, like you said, many stories of things that I have came through and overcome. So I'm apologizing to you because I do respect you, and we haven't been talking, and that so what I did is I shut myself off so I don't have to hurt. And I do that real easy. But when I know that somebody really cares and loves me, I don't shut that off. I allow myself to be checked because I know I can go off, and I know that I took it personal, and because of the fact that the things that happened to him, like you said, I compare that to myself. And I shouldn't compare that to myself because everybody's different. People that have been molested, some turn into molesters, some turn into people with compassion, some turn to hoes, all that stuff. I get that part. But that part was I personalized it because I saw this moment for her. And then how dare somebody could have came at her earlier about this, but why would you choose this moment? And we don't know what this woman going through. She lost 5 children. So
and we don't know what he going through.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, that part now is a factor.
Yeah.
And we can't look over that. I probably never would have factored that in until now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And just like that was my way of thinking. Why did he wait? It may have been a trigger for him. So we don't know. And that's why I was treading light
I heard you. That's what made me decide to come up, because you know I had just sent y'all a chat letting you know when you asked me to come up that I was getting ready to do that. But I heard you, Fee, trying to divert the conversation. You tried everything you could.
She was ready to leave my ass up here.
You know,
Sure was, girl.
I said, well, let me come up so I can maybe, and that's why I asked for permission. You know, see, I don't ever try to do nothing to hurt nobody or to embarrass nobody, because I done lived that life when people didn't give a fuck about your feelings.
Yeah.
And they will embarrass you. They invite you to their home, have people over you don't know. And when you get there, you become the brunt of the jokes. I done lived that kind of life. So I wouldn't dare do that in the world of YouTube.
Let me
People
address
come to us to learn.
Dimple D. Let me address Dimple D, because she said,
Okay.
but why do you think she doesn't care about you, God's girl? Just ask it. Okay, I think I already said that. I said I felt like she left me. I have
Abandonment issues.
serious abandonment issues. Serious abandonment issues. She knows my story, so she probably gets why when she said that I left hers, but I didn't, because the way I feel, I have to know for sure that you got me. For me,
I'm sorry, I said you left yourself. I didn't say you.
Yeah.
Left me. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But it's deep for me. It's deep for me. So
Yeah,
I
and that's
usually don't
why
allow myself to put myself in situations where I feel like I'm going to get hurt.
Yeah, and that's why it's important for us to call it what it is.
Yeah.
You know, call it, name it, whatever
Call
it
a thing
is.
a thing.
Call
Yeah.
a thing a thing. You have issues with abandonment.
Yes.
So, and then you haven't healed. So some topics you may need to really think about staying
Not
away
tackle.
from.
Yeah,
Right.
not
Because you can't be
objective. You got to be
right.
objective. And when you lose that ability, and then you have some people that'll feed into your pain.
Right.
And see, that's what takes you from being the great that you are. When you allow people to come in and say things like, you know, you're being disrespectful. You know, we have a relationship. We didn't just meet. I wasn't no
Right.
person calling in trying to go tit for tat with you.
Right.
We really have a relationship, and we done went through all this shit. And you done got mad and cussed me out and said what you said. And, you know, we done been through all of that. So, you know, that's why I ask, because I know your pain. And I live with the same pain. I have abandonment issues, and my daddy was at home. But my daddy was the type of nigga that say he was going to the store to get a loaf of bread, and hell, he allowed to be gone for 2 goddamn years. And all he went to do was get some bread.
I usually don't like to deal with that issue, because what I do to protect myself is just put that wall up and go on forward, so I don't have to feel that. You know, I'm going through that with my husband's family because of my abandonment issue. So me, the way that I deal with stuff, I don't even want to deal with your family, period. So I don't have to go through that.
I mean, and
I
that
don't have
may
to
be
feel that.
a beautiful topic to discuss.
Yeah.
That's a good
Because
one.
because a lot of us have abandonment issues, whether it's relationship, whether it's your parents
Children.
divorcing, you
Mhm.
know, whether it's some parents when their kids leave and go off and they are there by themselves. You know, you just
Yeah.
don't know. But
Mhm.
those walls are what we have. That's kind of like one of those generational curses,
Yeah.
kind of, because we put those walls up instead of dig. You know how I am about that
Mhm.
rug. Instead of
Digging that
lifting
root
that
out.
rug, getting to the root of where that abandonment issue. So that may be something that we can discuss that can
And
get
it
to
could
the
be therapeutic as well. You know,
absolutely.
and you know, if you're
Mhm.
not in therapy, and I suggest that all adults go to therapy, because just we as a people, you know, I try to talk about who we are as a people, and just we as a people suffer from PTSD, and that's post-traumatic slave disorder. And nobody has ever dealt with how we're really handled in society. And then the things that we are limited to, then we turn in on each other.
Mhm.
And so we need to be more of a building, because we have a real enemy out here, and they're not playing at
Not at all.
all. And
Not
we
at
see
all.
that just with what they're doing with people and making them, you know, do what they're doing right now. So I thought when I saw that making peace in the YouTube streets, but that was some beautiful shit. Because I was talking about for our streets, you know, people that look like us, so that we can, you know, just come together and help one another out because we need
Right.
help.
Right.
I'm going to put y'all on mute for a minute. Let me take this call for a second. I don't even know how to put y'all on mute. I said some
It's
beautiful
a mute
shit.
button down there at the bottom. It says
Oh,
mute.
oh,
Okay, there it is.
I'm okay. I was
Oh,
going to do it.
Don't be owing. Ooh, ooh, like you stepping
You
on
know,
some
when I
hot.
was a kid, I used to get so excited, and I'd be going, da, 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 da. They'd be like, calm down, Stephanie.
Read your comments. What are they saying?
Yeah,
Do
see,
you
I'm
know
reading.
Dimple D?
No.
Oh, okay.
Dimple D, guys, girl, maybe you ladies are emotionally well because the loss of two children and 3 friends and parents. I don't know, but you guys will be okay. Oh yeah, we'll be okay.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
we
and
okay now.
I can handle
Okay.
I can handle
Okay.
correction. I'm not a person that can't handle correction. I guess it was just because I had my guard up, and you know it's down, it's down. So you know I thank God that this happened, and it happened publicly.
Yeah, cause
Right.
man, you got a great thing here, and like I said, I love this new shit that you done learned, and you know, doing your thing, and this is beautiful. I damn near
Thank you
was
for
too
believing in
lazy.
me. Thank you for
Yeah, you
seeing
know
what
I
you
do.
see.
I almost took a class, but I'm not going to be able to because I got these things coming up. But you done learned some hell of a shit. I see you working, and
I'm
it's
trying.
absolutely beautiful. You know, and so I just wanted to add, as Spee was trying to divert you so beautifully and elegantly as she is, you know. And then she's so tactful, you know. She tried her best to pick her
Very,
words. You know,
very.
you can tell that that's what she's doing, and she's not feeding off into nothing.
Yeah.
And so she was trying to calm you without saying, "Now calm your ass down."
Right.
But she was trying to say that, and you was getting it a little bit, and then you get crunked back up, and I'm like, okay, let me come up here and just see if I can just say
No,
something to it.
Toothless Tiger. What she wanted to say is, "How dare you?" Not
Now
she
you can't
want.
do that, Fee. You can't do it. You can't do that. You
Okay,
can't.
let me come on back and cross
It's like one of her
legs.
favorites.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and let me
She
rock
can't
like.
do that.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well, man, you've
I
come a long way, and so I want you to keep going forward because this is really, like I said, a beautiful thing. You know, it
It
really is.
is, and
Yeah.
we can be examples.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
my thing, I was talking to a Queen Nika a couple of months ago. I was like, who teaches who what we did not get? Who teaches us?
Mm.
Mm,
Where do
mm,
where are they gonna get it from?
And
mhm.
that's right, because if we don't have an elder or
Mm-mm.
someone with knowledge to teach us, then you know what's going to happen? It's going to come from the streets and from broken people.
Broke,
Yes.
And
right?
see,
Yes.
broken people like to break people. And if they
Yes.
see that you're
Absolutely,
already broken, then they like to feed on your brokenness.
right.
And
Mhm.
so if you one that's brave and will say it, then they'll edge you on and have you saying shit that they wouldn't dare say. They don't even really want to even share it with you, but they know that you will. So they'll
Hmm.
put you out there. And
Mhm.
it's not that you have to be scared of nothing. We're all adults. But you know, today we need to be going a different way.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We got to change our mindset and we got to go a different direction in order to get some different outcomes. So that's my point. Who's going to do it? We going to do it.
We're gonna do it. We're
Mhm.
We
gonna
going to
do
do
it.
it.
Yeah, we gotta do
And
it.
we're not saying again, I'm not
We
saying that
gotta
there's
do it.
not going to be times that we have to adjust our wig and bring it on back together.
Tell the truth. Look here, go get them clippers and cut
What,
it down a little
yeah,
bit more.
whatever. I mean, sometimes it's like the girl, put your earrings back on. You know, sometimes it happens like that, but we're gonna adjust it, and we're not gonna let it go linger on. We're gonna nip it in the bud and correct it because we are going to be the examples. We're gonna pave the way. I believe that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have to.
And
Right.
God has really placed some power in my life, and I'm glad because I remember. I think I shared this before that my bishop, he died the month before my daughter. He could tell me, "Sit your ass down," and that's just how he talked to me because I don't listen to no. I always have my guard up,
Mm-hmm.
and I would sit down and I would listen and I would respect him because I knew without a shadow of a doubt that my grandmother gave me over to him. He's like, he can handle her. You know what I'm saying? And I trusted that. So he was able to do that. But it's not a whole bunch of people that I trust enough. And
I'm gonna
to
step
be
away
honest,
for
I
a second
trust you
now.
guys. I trust you too. So
Mm-hmm.
but when I felt abandoned by a toothless tiger, my wall came back up. So I'm like, where is she coming from?
Mm.
So,
Can I ask you something? Why you didn't call her if you felt like she abandoned you? Why didn't you get a clear
I actually
understanding?
did call her. It's probably been a month ago to check her temperature, and she said nothing was wrong. And
No, 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 no. Not to check her temperature. To ask her, girl, why did you leave hanging? What happened? Did you call it? Did you name it? Did you say
no, I
exactly what it
know.
was? Yeah,
No,
so
I
that,
didn't.
okay. So
I
checking
was
my
just wondering
temperature,
because I was feeling hurt.
right.
So
So because you
yeah.
were feeling hurt, why didn't you? So for future references, call it what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes when people call to check my temperature, you don't think I know they checking my temperature? You don't think I know?
Well,
I know you know me well enough to know that.
yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, thank you, Lord,
So
for some deliverance.
me
Look,
checking your
look.
temperature
Wait, let
is
me make you laugh real quick. Do I need
oh,
to go
okay.
take a shit?
You got another detox, baby. Look, I clean you out. I, I just,
Ooh-wee. Deliverance is what did I say? The deliverance is violent.
do what you say. The what?
Deliverance is violent.
Oh yeah, it is it, baby. Listen, it'll take a lot of weight off of you though.
Ah.
Okay, y'all. I'm
Oh, Miss
sorry about that.
Tiger.
Fee,
I feel light. I feel a
Fee,
little
it was
lighter. Yes,
Fee,
ma'am.
it was a lady in the thing wanted to know who you were. So would you tell her who you are?
I did.
Who?
I put that's me.
Oh,
Oh, okay. All
Regina
right.
got it.
I missed the child. I had to take care of some business, so I just wanted to make sure she knew who you were,
I'm
because she
fee
wanted to know
about
who
them
you were.
facts.
And
I'm
she's
the
about them facts. Check her
I,
out. I love it.
I'm the
Girl, you
auntie
took
with
the
the
shit up.
I'm the
But I'm
auntie
gonna
with
tell
the
you
facts and the
something.
tea, huh?
Now, Fee, I'm not trying to offend you, but I'm gonna tell you who you
Oh,
remind me of. And this is for real. When she get tipsy, you remind me of Miss Lowdown, because you be saying all them
oh
uh-huh.
hell no.
But I do that, let me
those
tell you.
faces and those, them, because you can sing your ass off too. I
Well,
love your voice.
thank
But
you.
both of y'all can sing your ass off, to be honest. But girl, I be laughing. Oh, I be laughing. Them faces and
I
them
be
voices.
trying not to go there,
Girl, don't let her go. Don't let her go.
Yeah, she do all of that, girl. That chick will be, and then she be on there 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to say.
I waited 2 minutes for a damn video. You was gonna tell us something. I swear I'm waiting. It's 2 minutes. And the last 15
Oh my
seconds, I
god.
damn near missed you. I said, she need her ass whooped, but it worked.
I'm
You get the
trying to be
message
longer.
across.
I'm gonna try to be longer. I think I'm gonna talk. I think I'm gonna make a video
You're good.
about the at will
Okay, you should.
states, because I want us to understand, even though I'm not for everything that's going on right now as far as what's being injected, we have to understand that certain states are at will states. So
Texas
if
is one of them.
and Texas is one of them. So I don't want us because knowledge is key. And what I have found on YouTube is a lot of the younger people have opinions without facts.
Hmm.
They have an opinion. They have a
That's why I
strong
said opinions
opinion,
can be wrong, and
but
they
they don't
think that
have no facts.
yeah, they
So
think because it's their opinion, then you can't say nothing. But yeah, you be giving out wrong shit in your opinion. So
yeah,
yeah,
and
you
they
might
need to
want to check
know
that.
that don't quit your job and lose your a fire, do whatever in Texas, and think that you have a lawsuit.
Well, you don't have a lawsuit, but I can guarantee you this: if they're trying to mandate you do something, and if it's not in the policy book, if it's not in the contract, see, at will means that I can fire you for no reason. But if I fire you for a reason, as long as it's not conduct, unless they're going to, deem that as conduct, then you can draw unemployment. You don't have no lawsuit, but you
Oh
certainly
well,
can draw
yeah,
unemployment.
you can draw unemployment, but I'm talking about. I heard somebody today said, "Oh, they gonna get sued."
Well,
No,
they can sue them. I don't know if they'll win, but they can sue them under the due process clause of the Texas Constitution, which is Article
Thank
1,
you, Regina.
Section 19, or they can sue them under the due process clause of the United States Constitution, which is Article 14th Amendment. It's not an article, it's the 14th Amendment. Because, see, this mandate that they're making, and I hate to hear people say, people can do what they want to do with their company. That's a goddamn lie. Ain't no job ever mandated that you take something in your body that you're not pleased with. We're adults. This is America. Okay. Now you got to make a decision.
yeah,
Because what if you take the shot and then at will fire your ass tomorrow? Because they can do that. They can do that because it is at will. So you
yeah.
have
I
a
just
decision to make.
right. But I want that when we make those decisions, we know the other side of it.
Yeah.
Instead of just looking at it like they're trying to force me to do this, that, and the other. Know that know the other sides, and they don't even have to give you a reason. They don't have to say it's
They
because you're
don't
not.
need a reason. It's
They don't
at
have
will.
to. Right.
And you don't have to give them a reason. That's why they don't care
Exactly.
about your 2 weeks notice no more.
Oh
You know
no,
how we
they
used
don't.
to have to give a 2 weeks notice?
Right.
We don't have to
Right.
do that no more because it's at will. And if you come in today and just say, well, I just don't want to be here no more, they say bye. It's
Well,
just
I'm
that
giving you
simple.
my 2 weeks notice, and they'll say, "Oh no, that's okay.
You can
keep
go
that."
today. And then people be done playing that they gonna get that check for 2 weeks, but they would
Right.
let you go today.
Absolutely, and they can.
But that's a
Yeah.
good one to do then, Fee. I think
Yeah.
that would be real good.
It's
I
just some of
found
my
for
little
me,
observations through the YouTube. Instead of just being active in a part, I'm trying to listen to see. I mean, because do you realize that a lot of them did not know that this is not the first time that there has been a mandate for a vaccine. They don't know anything about that hole in the arm.
yeah.
From back
When they
from the
gave us the booster shot, that's what it was.
You took it?
All of us took it. We was kids. We didn't have no. No,
They
not
had
today. Not today.
I'm talking
I'm
about
Okay.
talking
back.
about when we were little.
If you were born before like what 65, 66, you got that
Yeah.
hole in your arm from that vaccine. So they
And
don't
we
know
got a
anything
name.
about it. And it was mandatory. And a lot of people act as if this is the first time ever. No, it's not.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the difference in this time and that time,
Okay.
and why it's terrible. And I won't say too much, Gigi, but the difference is this is not a 12-year, 10-year study, which is what it takes to create a vaccine. This is a overnight sensation
Yeah.
for something that they said they didn't even know what it was.
Yes.
So if
That's
I
true.
don't know what it is, I goddamn sure ain't got no cure for what I don't know.
I
So
get
that
that.
just sounds good. But the vaccines that we don't know what they put in any of the vaccines, and
Yeah.
None.
most of them are put in there to damage us. And see, that's what I talk about, us as a people, because we're the only people without a nation. And when you start understanding, understanding, and overstanding who we are the original people. and they traded places and stole our birthright. So we don't have a clue how far behind we are with the way that they've taught us.
Wow.
We're so far behind, it is unreal. And if you look at any of my videos or go to my channel, and I'm not just trying to plug my channel, by the way, but if you go to my channel and go to the description, I give you history and things to look up for yourself. You don't have to take my word for nothing. But I'm going to tell you, I'm like you, Fee. I'm about them facts. And I'm going to read and I'm going to research. And I'm going to share it with you. Now, what you do with the knowledge is on you. But we are so far behind. It is unreal. And they play on our emotions. You know, I'm a drama queen. We're emotional. That's why I get loud and I get, doing all this shit. Like I said, I ain't going to whoop no damn body. Had 3 fights, lost all 3. I will be honest with you. But that's how I express myself. Now, I'm trying to do better at 63. And it's hard as hell. But I'm here now. I'm trying. I've gotten better.
Right.
I don't never cuss people, so I don't play the bitch game and the whole game, and I don't play that. And I ain't never, but I cuss like a motherfucker when I talk because my dad used to cuss, and I couldn't wait to get grown to sound like my dad. Woo, Lord, I was trying to get grown so I can sound like my dad, and I do that very well. But I don't cuss people. I will cuss. I love it. But yeah, it's so much that we don't know as a people feed, and I think that would be great. I found for me, it's almost best for me to talk about my damn self because, I come across as overbearing, and I have one cousin told me that I think I know everything, but I do know what they need me to know. It's only when they're angry with me, then they attack my person, and that's very painful. And people don't see that that's disrespectful. Because I don't believe in attacking your person. I attack the behavior, your actions. That's what it's all about. But I wasn't attacking anybody today. I was telling you what I wanted you to know. I wasn't trying to attack you. And so I understand you feeling like that. And, a lot of people don't like my tone. Then some people just love it. But again, it's when it's working for them. But Fee, you have such a sound like a teaching voice, and people can hear you.
Right.
And so I really think that you should really do that, and anything else that our people don't know shit about. They think they know, and they listening to their cousin and that one that talking about they had that lawsuit that they never get no money, but they had that lawsuit, that big suit. Because all we want to do is sue anyway, and they ain't finna get a goddamn thing, and half of us don't even have insurance. See, that's what we could be talking about. We talking about everybody getting killed and shit, but most of us don't even have insurance. And if you don't want to buy insurance, hell, at least buy a pre-need. Do something.
Well, I want to put it out here, for all the people who got the stimuluses and them PPPs. Y'all better be thinking about how them numbers gonna match up come tax season, because it's
how you going to prison? How you going to prison?
Because let me tell you something. What I do know is that because it caught the IRS and the government off, and they were so behind that their systems now talk to one another, and them numbers gotta match all the way around the board.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot of people gonna lose out on that, and they don't understand.
They're gonna lose their unemployment. They're gonna lose that Section 8. They're gonna owe the government, and they're gonna owe that PPP, and they're going to jail.
Some of them going to prison. Yeah, I retired.
And they are waiting for them to file their taxes.
I retired from the IRS, and I worked there for approximately 15 years. And my last 8, I was a revenue officer. So my job was to collect, and I was that girl that showed up. I didn't send letters.
You showed up at the door.
I didn't make phone calls. That's right.
Were you at the Earl Campbell building?
I was at Earl Campbell, and I worked from home.
Oh, and FYI, for those who may be in the bushes, all of those bloggers who was talking about how big their check was, them checks need to add up.
Well, they'll find out. A lot of people think because they're not the one that got caught this time that ain't gonna never happen. But it's a whole lot of shit. Our IRS hired, I heard, about 32,000 people.
Oh yeah, they
But
getting caught up.
Wow.
since Biden passed the law for the checking your $600 deposits and withdrawals, any transaction that come out of your Cash App, your PayPal, your Venmo, your Zelle, your bank, any transaction 600 or more, they got people that's now, see, IRS used to didn't have access to your bank. I could subpoena your records because of my position. I am an officer of the court, although I'm retired. So I can't do it now. And I couldn't do anybody I knew when I worked there, because that's a no-no. That's prison time.
Yeah.
But it's a case-by-case basis. So if it's not assigned to you, you have no business in going in nobody's records. But we didn't have access to your bank. Now they're going to have access to real time your bank and transactions over $600. It used to be over 10,000. The bank had to report it to the IRS. Now it's 600.
Are
So
you
just think
serious?
about it.
Did I
Oh, yeah,
just
I'm
see
very
something
serious.
today about that 10,000? I think I did.
I
I don't
remember
know,
it was
'cause I
10,000.
didn't
I know
see
it
it.
was 600 now. God damn.
Yeah, it used to be 10,000. Any cash transaction that was $10,000, they had to report it. Now it's any $600 transaction, in or out. In or out. They're going to be following the money. And how do you catch a thief? Follow the money.
Wow.
If you follow the money, like you said, Fee, all these people talking about what they make and what they did in these YouTube streets and how they might not tell nobody. You got Cash App, all of them, my Cash App gang and my cash, and whatever. You know, that shit ain't gonna be so funny.
Oh no, because their system is up to date.
Yeah, it's
They
not
had-
gonna be funny.
Yeah, they had to raise their system game because their system wasn't even designed to get hit with all those changes. So now they had to get a whole new system, which caused that major delay. And not just the stimulus, but people getting their taxes. There's still some people who haven't gotten their 2019.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
God. Why is that? Why the 2019?
Because their system wasn't. This 2019 was the year for the 2020. So that means that 2020 was it threw them off, right?
Yeah, because they came up with all that extra money and all of that good stuff.
Right. They made all those changes and all those child tax credits and all those different things right in the middle of tax season, right slap dead in the middle. So then their systems crashed. So when the system crashed, remember, because the IRS wasn't taking calls, they was making all these changes. They had to get a whole new system. And then that means, remember the unemployment, they was behind. Their system wasn't designed to take those changes and it was just crazy. So now they have new systems. Their systems are up to date, which is why some of the requirements for jobs, all those, they just took a lot of manpower out and now it's computerized. So now their systems are in sync and they talk to one another. So that's where a lot of people are going to get caught up. Because if those numbers don't match with unemployment, with what you filed, what you said you lost, and what you didn't claim, if all of those things now don't add up, people are gonna get tripped up and caught up. And that's what's gonna happen. And it may be happening now. I'm not sure. What did you say?
No, I just said damn.
Yeah, and it's gonna be tax season again.
Yeah.
What is this? October, November, December, January. So yeah, it's gonna come again. Yeah, it's gonna get ugly. So all money ain't good money, ain't free money.
Ain't worth it.
Sometimes we have to be responsible enough to say, no, that's okay. So I think some of those little conversations, I think I need to kind of put them out there in a nice little way.
That's real.
You
That's
know.
real. It's gonna really be ugly. And a lot of, you know why they're doing a lot of this stuff that they're doing? It is because we got on YouTube and started making money. That was the way for us to get entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? So we should be doing so much better and so much more than just tearing each other down with this system. But that's when they changed the whole track of how they pay with YouTube and all of that kind of stuff. And that's
Absolutely.
why they try to stop us from saying things to awaken or make the people aware. Because you can do it now at the push of a button, where it used to take 10 and 20 years to get the message out. Now we can go on and give the message. And so now they scramble, our YouTube, and they do the different things that they do. And we need to make sure we're reading the YouTube guidelines. And as long as we're following the guidelines, then we need to fight that. That's what we have to do. We have to teach our people to become self-sufficient, because they're going to take away all these systems, and they building more jails.
Yeah, that's
all
what
over
I'm
the
going to
United
say. 'Cause
States.
are they releasing all the people out to go ahead and refill it?
They're releasing some people out to refill it, but they got some cells, and they ain't gonna let the people out.
Jesus.
We just
I'm
got to
telling
make
you.
smart choices. We just got to do it different. So that's why I think it's important for us to be examples and try to
gotta teach.
redirect, right, to
Yes.
go a different way, to not take bait. Don't take the trap. That's a trap.
It's a
Don't take that bait. Go another way. If you know that that's not, go another way. So that's what I think is important, that we, as this more seasoned adults, need to try to help our young people.
We do, because we're going to be leaving here, one day. And if we don't teach them, it's like you said a moment ago, Fee, who going to teach them?
Who gonna teach them?
And, Gigi, with all of the stuff that you got in your arsenal, I mean, man. And I hear a lot of women out there sound like they got some good stuff. You had a panel on the other night, Gigi. Those women were dynamic. I'm listening. And, I don't know nothing about these women, and I don't want to get entangled with any of them, or I don't want to disrespect any of them, but I listened to the Room Shaker lady. And to me, she's so misunderstood, because she just as honest as she can be. And, I just don't understand how people, but see, people take your honesty and want you to be honest their way.
Honest their way.
I don't know nothing about her and what she stands for, but what she stands for, she tell you. And if you can't respect that, then that's on you. And I don't understand everybody trying to make her be something that she's not.
You can't do that.
She said, if you make me mad, you disrespect me, fuck you. I'm disrespecting you, and I don't give a damn what. So in war, you can't tell nobody what weapons to use. You can't tell them. So it's best not to get entangled in the war.
Yeah,
it's easy to judge
Yes.
what she's saying, instead of did you hear her? Did you get to the root? You're not listening.
Yeah, you gotta look deeper. You gotta
Because
look
she
deeper.
tell them.
Yeah, she
And I think
does.
I think it's so unfair when I hear them all on another panel, and I love Lady Snoop, the way she handles her panel and give everybody an opportunity, to talk it out and stuff. But at some point, those women have got to understand, man, y'all mothers, it's some babies hearing y'all, and they seeing y'all.
Yeah.
It's got to be a little bit different for us. We already being judged by everybody. The black woman is so mistreated. We don't even have a name unless it's bitch, hoe, slut, dick sucker. And we ain't none of that. We are life. Our womb is life.
I remember when you was telling me, you was like, don't do it, don't mess with that. And then you said, no, but there became a point where you said, go.
Well, when it comes to the point where you really have to, then you have to. But you do, I was always taught, that for as much that lie within you, you do your best to keep the peace.
Yeah.
you know, for as much that lie within you. And then going back to like Room Shaker, like she tell them, if y'all don't like me, and y'all don't fuck with me, because I don't like you. But if you come and entertain me, then you gonna get me. And then that's what people don't like. And like you said, it's so easy for people to judge instead of getting to the issue. And we're good at deflecting, you know, the issue. We're good at misplacing our anger as a people. I'm talking about that comes from that post-traumatic slave disorder.
You said post-traumatic slave.
That's what it is. You know, they say the land of the free and the home of the brave. I say the land of the free and the home of the slave. Because they fee our ass out. They take a right and make it a fee.
That's one thing that I learned about fee is name it.
That's what you got to do.
Name it. I don't want to hear that shit. Name it.
That's adult. That's the way adults communicate.
Wow, that's just
and a lot of us communicate as children. The way we did, you know, a lot of us are really operating still today in survival mode.
Survival.
I'm no exception. You know, I don't try to be any different than anybody else. You know, some of us mask it. And isn't it amazing? We spent our whole life masking, not wanting people to see and know who we are. Now that we finally come into our own and decide we want to be who we are, now these motherfuckers got us putting on masks.
Wow.
It used to be you wear a mask, hell, you was a bank robber, or, you know, you get shot down. And I'm surprised we haven't had more people getting shot down because they got on a mask.
Yeah, because it looks like that.
Yeah.
When you see some of these guys, I'll be like, whoa.
It's amazing. You know, we have to learn that. I have this book. It's called Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars. That's a system that's in place. And that's what they use against us. And like P said, I'm going to feel sorry for these people who was unemployed, getting those big unemployment checks. And then they talked about the PPP. Now I got my own business. And you know, for a person to get the $20,000, they would have had to have net income of $1 million.
Wow.
So do you know the people that's so happy talking about they got the 20 grand? Do you now see where they're going to be? Because your net had to be.
They're going to have to keep lying. They're going to have to keep trying to figure out a lie to cover up that lie and to cover up that lie.
No, they ain't going to be talking. This is a paper trail. They're not going to be doing no.
Well, they were supposed to already have a business in order to not being able to make payroll to get the PPP. So how are you on unemployment in 2021 and got a PPP loan in 2021?
And then you on Section 8 and they don't even know that you ever had a job.
Yeah.
Because you told them you ain't never worked.
Wow.
So you lied somewhere in there, and you're going to have to be able to keep it. Either you're going to lie and make some paperwork to match that lie. But all I'm trying to get people to understand that those systems did not used to talk at the same time.
Now they talk.
Now they're talking.
Real time.
It ain't like it used to be when you could get over on some shit. No.
That's why we're in the age of Aquarius. That's the digital age.
Wow.
I think we're in the age of Corona. Because had Corona not come, then the systems would have still been, you know, lazy.
Well,
you think this was done purposely?
No. The Corona came for that. Corona is a real virus. Let's not ever take that away. All viruses come with us as we're born. Our bodies have viruses. No virus has a name. Anytime you name a virus, that means that you've done something to that virus and you have a patent on that virus. You can go look up the patents on any of these viruses. We can't own viruses. They come with the body.
Jesus.
So when you look at what they're doing, Corona was done for the sole purpose of doing what they're doing because we're changing systems. America is broke. We're in bankrupt. We don't have money. Nobody is taking our treasury bonds. So they're changing the money system to what? digital. That's why everybody have to have digital. And then they have digital banks. You know, you don't even have to have a bank. You can just get the bank that come with this company, with that company. How do you do that? With that little credit card. Oh, this shit is real and it's very serious. But those are silent weapons for quiet wars. And then they tell you, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. Well, I think you can take the theory away when you live in the goddamn conspiracy. We live in this shit. This is not a joke. This is real life. This is happening to us today in real time. Damn, here's another one of them phone calls. Let me bow for a second.
Hey, Gigi, please remember to, when you finish your live, to add Toothless Tiger to your hashtag so that
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I went on today and looked up, and I got probably like 100 more hashtags.
Thank you,
Oh,
Thee.
okay.
Yeah.
You're
And
welcome.
thank you, Gigi.
Oh yeah, of
And,
course.
I mean,
and thank you
because
for unblocking me.
yeah, girl, listen.
Look,
I
that's the first time I did. Well, no, it ain't the first time but that's the first time I did that. I don't know where to even
listen.
take it
I
away.
just I was sitting here rocking. I want to pat my head, scratching my
Oh
head.
my
I was
God.
thinking, "Ooh, casino, we
You're
got to
right,
fix
Regina.
this." And we have to be examples. That's why
Yes,
I
we
was like,
must
"Come
be
on now,
examples.
we got to
I
unblock
appreciate
her."
you guys though, because if
Well,
you
we
didn't
must
care,
be.
like you said, you
Yeah,
wouldn't waste your
because
time.
I
because
wouldn't. I would
because
be laughing
reality.
at your ass. I'd be
No.
laughing and probably well, I would be talking about your ass too. Ain't no need of me. Ain't no probably to that. I would be
No,
talking
but
about
people
your
need
ass
to
and laugh.
see. People need to see that there can be disagreements
Yeah,
Yes.
and resolution.
Yes.
and resolution.
Hmm.
Yes.
Hey,
Somebody.
Shan, 214.
Hey, Shan. Yeah, I mean, so we have to
Hi,
be able
Shan.
to be that example. So that's why I was
Yeah,
like, well, now come on, let's do this now.
We grown ass women, and this is what grown
Yeah,
ass women do.
come
yeah.
on.
And
Yeah,
you
Um,
guys
we
are my
really.
big sisters, so thank you for investing in me and believing in me. So
yeah,
Yeah,
and
you
I,
work
I
it.
yeah,
think it's very important,
You
Toothless
work it.
Tiger, for a Gigi to understand. This is just me, and I'm gonna try not to get emotional on her. But
Oh,
I found the other day that it is very important that this woman, this lady, this young lady, my sister needs to know what it feels like for somebody to have her back.
to love her.
Uh,
Yeah,
Unconditional, no strings attached. I don't want nothing for you. I ain't
nothing.
gonna leave you. We can disagree, and I'm gonna turn right back around and
I'm gonna be
embrace
me.
you. She needs
Yeah,
to feel that. She
you
needs
do.
to, and that's a part of our growth. I'm gonna put y'all on mute. Y'all gonna hug
Okay.
that on that. Bye.
Okay.
woo,
Yeah, that's beautiful because that is true. And you do have that. And you know what? What's so good about all of it? The people that embrace you the most like that, hell, we just as broken as you. It's just different things.
yeah,
And so we all learning together because we
yeah,
all have trust issues. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And that can't nobody hold that against you. You know?
yeah.
And I understand when
There's
you
one
shut
thing.
down.
There's one thing that I know about myself is when I love hard.
Yeah, we all do. That's what
Yeah,
broken people
yeah,
do. We really do. We come from that same place
yeah,
because, we really don't know love except for the love that we've created and we've given.
mm-hmm,
And I'm going to tell you something else you probably feel. Sometimes you love people way more harder, it seems,
yeah,
than they love you.
yeah.
You do shit for
That part.
people that people wouldn't even dare think about
Yeah,
doing for you. How do you know that? Because they never do it.
yeah,
You know, they never do it.
yeah.
And that's painful. You know,
It
that's
is.
very painful. And
But what I
sometimes,
have learned through that
uh-huh.
is take my expectations off of people when they don't do for
Yeah, it's
you what
hard.
you do
It's
for
hard to
them.
do.
It
But
took
that's
me a
good
long
if you
time,
got
but
that.
I'm there now. When I do it, I just do it from love,
Oh, that's good.
so I don't have to hurt because I used to hurt, and when you do it, you think about this. Did I do it to receive something, or did I do it because this is just who I am? And that's what helped me learn to, don't change who you are because everybody's
Yeah,
not like you, but just be
that's right.
you because God got you. So I
Yeah,
thank you guys for loving me enough.
yeah.
And I'm glad that I love y'all enough
To
to
listen.
even display our stuff
Yeah, that's
publicly.
beautiful. That's what you call obedience. And that's why
Yes.
obedience is better than
And
sacrifice.
sacrifice. Yes.
Yeah. It's so good when we can be obedient because
Yes.
sometimes it's hard, you know.
Yes. It
And
is.
it's okay to be hard. Shit, just come back. It's not how many times we fall, it's the getting up. Just
Yes.
get back up. And if you can't get back up in a minute, then get back up in a minute. Whenever
Hmm.
just get back up is the bottom line.
I just feel honored to be able to receive this kind of love
Yeah, you
um,
got it.
unconditionally. I really do. I feel honored.
You don't know how many people are gonna love you because you got a beautiful voice. Okay. And I'm talking about your speaking voice as well as your singing voice. You have a beautiful voice, you have a beautiful message. And like I said, it's people from all walks of life is coming to you with these kind of titles. They coming to you because we have so much discord in our lives.
Yeah.
We're looking for peace. We're looking for rest. And anybody that's willing to give it to us and then to be naked and not ashamed like you are and tell your real raw story. Girl, that's what you call priceless. It's
Mm-hmm.
priceless. And you don't let nobody steal that from you or, feed you off into another place
Mm-hmm.
because they don't have your best interest at heart. Because some people look at you and you think they're admiring you and they're
Mm-hmm.
not.
They're hating.
They're
Yeah.
envying you.
Mm.
And you thinking that they really care for you and they here for you. They're not. They're trying to see your move so they can take you down
My God.
by any means necessary. But that's the nature of people. So you don't take that personal once you start seeing, because it's going to be more than one person.
Yeah.
And it'll feel like everybody you choose is the sickest motherfucker in the world. And that's because a lot of time we're choosing from our sickness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think God has through these years has gifted me to know, because me blocking you, if I didn't feel like I really feel inside, and I know I was just hurt, I would have bye and just not even. But I know inside, and I don't, and so I know when somebody's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, we spent a lot of time together over the phone.
I thank God
Yeah, we really did.
for giving me enough wisdom and enough to see people when they come and when they're not coming correct. But I'm not gonna change who I am. I still love you through your stuff, but I'm just not
Be
gonna mess with you
yourself.
like that.
Be yourself always.
Yes.
When we learn to be who we are, I promise you, when we learn to be who we are, I am. That's why you always see me when I make I am, the A is always capital,
Hmm.
because I am who I say I am,
Hmm.
whether you like it or not. I would like for you to like it, but if you don't like it, and you is for general, if you don't like it, then I don't give a fuck. But I would like for you to like it, because everybody would like to be liked, but you don't need to be liked. Everybody would like to be liked, but we don't need to be liked, And that just comes with growth. That's all. It just comes with, growing, and we got to feel our pain.
I had to turn the air on because I'm having a hot flash.
So,
okay.
Toothless, I never have like calling you that, but that's okay. But I see.
Well,
But hold on, I
T-Lou,
saw
they
you
call me
brought it.
TT.
You brought it right on together on IG, but boy, I said, hey, look at her. She still don't know.
Girl, that was my first time. I was trying to see, because I was supposed to go on this lady's show, and I was trying to see, how to get on IG, because I don't. And my brother told me to quit telling people what I don't know, but I don't know how to do this shit. I'm 62, hate computers, hate technology, But this is the age that we're in, so we got to learn.
Right.
And so I'm learning. But yeah, I was really happy when I did that. I felt like I
Yeah.
really accomplished something. But True, he doesn't like saying toothless either, so he just say TT. Matter of fact, he gave us TT and Gigi
Okay.
because I kept
TT.
messing up God's girl world, and so he said Gigi and then TT because True
Yeah.
was the first person who gave me
It
the
was too damn
opportunity
long.
to come up on
Oh, girl,
on a
yeah.
live. And yeah, so I was honored. Matter of fact, that's the night that all the other shit started, just because True gave us the chance to come up. I had never
Yeah.
even my cousin had been trying to get me to just sit down and make a video, and she thought I was scared of the camera and stuff. I told her I just didn't feel comfortable talking to myself, and she saw me on that and she couldn't believe it.
Hmm.
She could not believe that I was live. She said, and then you all up in the camera.
We had
So
so much fun that night. I think we
Yeah,
did a
we did.
4-hour live, huh? Did we do
Well, we
like
had
4 hours?
fun. Yeah, it was really nice.
so your show that you're going to do, are you going to have a panel, or are you just going to talk, or what are you going to do? You're going to
Basically, I do myself, and basically
Okay.
I've been just doing I video it and then just put it out there.
Okay.
But I wouldn't mind sometime having a panel.
Okay.
And we talk about, like you said, the things that really, because I'm about really trying to make our people aware. Really, I'm about growth, and I'm
Very
about
educational.
research,
Well,
and
I
I'm
saw
about
when you had
history.
Felicia Petrie on. I
Yeah,
came in
that's a
that
good
day.
friend of mine. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so I wanted to help her
Hmm.
because she's running for her seat and she has 2 opponents. So I want to help her get out there, but also I wanted people to know what she does.
Right.
Because we don't have a clue about no damn district clerk, no county clerk, no tax assessor, because they didn't teach us politics and they didn't teach us civics. We went
Hmm.
through a minute of civics, but they only told us about the judiciary, the legislative, and what the executive. And do you know why they're mandating everybody else lose their jobs if they don't take whatever? That Congress is exempt, and their staff and their families. So if this mandate really is something that we all need as human beings, how can we exempt some and not others? And the reason they give for exempting individuals is because the executive does not rule over the legislative branch or the judiciary. So that means the judges are all exempt as well.
Hmm.
So see, we are the people, and we need to understand that the Constitution was formed for we the people to have a more better union. And we put them in place to represent us, but not to dictate to us. So if we start exercising our constitutional rights, human rights, unalienable rights, birth rights, then we could change a lot of things. I did a walk some years ago and found out who we were as a people. So I know I'm a Moor. And a lot of people associate that with the Hotep community, the conscious community. That's probably all a part of it. I'm not saying that it's not. So I don't want to disrespect anybody. But a Moor just means your bloodline. So we're not crayons. So that's who we are as a people.
Hmm.
Now, the way it was introduced had to be as an organization because of the time, 1913. But when you start researching and learning your history, the Moors are the same people that are Indians, that they call Mexicans. All of those people, we are all the same people. All of the islanders, we're the same people. So once we understand that and then start learning history, and you got to study history and law together, or your concept will be wrong. And that's the kind of thing I'm about. I don't give a damn about who fucking who and who not, because shit, I ain't got no goddamn about it today. And that's
Today.
fine. Yeah, today. So that's fine. And it ain't like I said for a lack of getting somebody. That's not
Right.
the issue. I think we as a people, they've done enough on us talking about those kind of things. We need to start lifting each other up and finding out how we can help that young girl who's real cute. And, I don't know, I seen it on somebody's show. They were talking about at what age did most people start, trying to hit on you,
Hmm.
the older men and stuff. And that's when you're about, 11 or 12,
Mm-hmm.
when you are going
Mm-hmm.
into puberty and you start developing. And then the older women, instead of them embracing you and teaching you about this stage of life, they talking about you a fast ass because your ass might
Yes.
have stuck out and you might have had a little breast. You ain't never been touched by nobody, but they accusing you of somebody messing with your titties. You don't know nothing
Right.
about what size your breast's supposed to be at the age of 12. How the hell you know? You didn't even know you was gonna get no damn breast. Nobody never told you at 6 or 7. When you get 12, your chest is gonna be out here. So you don't know anything about that stuff. And so a lot of women, and it's sad, but it is true, they would make you feel bad about having a body. That's where some of our body shaming came from. It didn't
Mm-hmm.
always come from being overweight. It came from being fine. Hell, people would talk about you. Really, when you were young, you didn't know that was considered fine. You didn't know what that means. But a lot of men started approaching you differently and not like the little girl that you were. They put
Right.
you in a different spot. So it's that kind of thing that I like to talk about and overcome and teach the people. But I find that mostly though when I talk, it seems like I be doing all the damn talking. And so I don't ever want anybody to feel like that I'm, leaving them out or anything, because I have a phobia with people telling me that I think I know everything, because I really don't, but I goddamn sure know what I know. And I know what I know because I studied to know. It ain't because it just came to me by osmosis. I really spent some time in that. And I really do know what I know, but I don't know everything. And then being, this person who comes across as assertive, you know, hey, but yeah, I would love to just do anything we can do as a community to help our community love each other, because the only way we're going to conquer this hatred that they have for us and we have for each other is to get back to respecting and loving one another. And a nation can only rise as high as they view its women. So as long as they view us as bitches, hoes, sluts, and dogs, we're never going to be anything, because we're the mothers of life. We gave them life, men and women. We all share the same birthmark, and that's our belly button. And it's done with the umbilical cord. That's how you know what you know, that you know that you know. So when you start studying and then sharing, hopefully somebody will hear something and they'll share or start wanting to read, and they'll learn some stuff to tell somebody else. That's what
Right.
I don't want to be. I can't stop nobody from talking. I hate when these motherfuckers be talking about, keep my motherfucking name out your mouth. God damn, I can say what the fuck I want to say. What the fuck? You don't have to respond because I say something. And if you choose to respond, then let's have a conversation. What did you say, Fee? Get to the what?
To the
What?
root.
To the root of the
A
problem.
root.
A lot of
To the root.
to the root. Yeah,
Yes.
because most of our situations in our community is misunderstanding.
That's true. And
That's
most
that's
of our
that's
issues is deep rooted.
deep rooted, but it
Hmm.
ain't got nothing to do with nobody outside of you. It's
Ye-
deep rooted in you and how you were treated.
Yeah, but a lot of us don't know how, because a lot of us don't recognize it because we were taught a long time ago to put it on the rug and leave it there. So that's what I'm talking about. That's why it's misdirected, because the misdirection has been under that rug, uh, right, for umpteen years. So
Okay.
who teaches? eh, Who's gonna say lift up the rug and help guide us in the right direction when we all been going the wrong direction? Because whatever our issues is up under that rug.
Okay, I got you.
The big mama, and Medea said.
All of them. Yeah.
So we all are dysfunctional. So at the point of us realizing that and accepting that, somebody has to help us go to a different direction, to learn to change our mindset, the way we view things, the way we handle things, to be honest with ourselves and call it what it is.
Call the thing a thing.
Call a thing and make no excuses for it. Don't be ashamed about it. Face it. That's how we gonna heal from it. Call it what it is, baby.
Because we're only as sick as our secrets.
Absolutely. So hey, so mama and whoever else they may not want us to tell it, but no one has to deal with that pain except you. Whoever told you to hide it did not tell me how to heal. You told me not to heal. You told me to deal with that pain. For how long?
Go ahead, girl.
So now you telling me to get over it. Wait, what? Get over it.
Preach.
Get. So now you told me to first you didn't have them back. You put whatever that was in front of me over me. Then you tell me not to tell nobody. Now that I'm losing my mind and striking at everything and everybody, talking to people crazy, now you're telling me to get over it.
And we don't even know what it is.
So to me, in my mind, I'm like, how dare you? See, that's a what the? That's a what the? Oh yeah, see, so that's when I would have to readjust my wig, and I don't even have one on, because that's what I'm talking about. That's why with anybody now, I'm like, I'm not making excuses for anybody. We gonna call it what it is, because we are not prepared for the generation behind. Because each generation it changes, and we stuck.
Wow.
And we have not prepared ourselves for the generation behind us.
Well, I shared this on my show, and let me just address Regina right quick. And you're so very right about it.
You guys, I'm on mute because I'm eating a bowl of cereal. So excuse me, y'all keep talking. I'm right here though.
So you get a chance to eat.
I didn't eat nothing today. I took out my medicine. No, it's 5 o'clock and I haven't ate nothing.
Go ahead. But Regina, you're right. Because actually, if you look up the word wake, and if you look at how we equate wake, it's actually with the dead. But we are being made aware. And you're so right about the finances, because this is how I measure people today. Let's say you're a PhD, and that's beautiful in its own right. But you're a PhD in that subject. But if you can't tell me anything about finance, if you can't tell me anything about politics, if you can't tell me anything about civics, if you can't tell me anything about world history, and if you can't tell me anything about jurisprudence, not the color of law, jurisprudence, the science of law, if you can't tell me anything about those things, then I know you and I are on an equal footing, because you were not taught just like I was not taught. And they trained us, and it's called docility training for animals. And if we wonder what that looked like, it looks like the lion that goes through the hoop of fire at the circus. You can teach an animal to do anything, and they treat us like animals. It's called chattel, Christian chattel property. And chattel in French is cattle, and vaccines is called herd immunity. So we have the herd mentality. We tend to follow the leader, and we are the only group of people that have leaders assigned to us when we have a president of what we say is a country. So it makes no sense. But you're truly on the mark, and that's where I am in my life, and that's what I want to do, as he suggests, teach us how to come out from under the rug. And Momo and Grandma and Juicy May and all those people's secrets. We're holding things that ought not be. Now, my mama never said this to me, but I hear a lot of people say their mama told them that what goes on in this house stays in this house.
Yeah,
And
we
for a
was told
person
that.
to make that statement, that kind of reminds me of perhaps, just perhaps, there's some shit going on in your house. Because I don't know why it's necessary to say that. My mom and daddy, really ran their house. So shit, we know not to. Why would you be going out? I don't understand that statement. It's a
Right.
lot of things people say that their parents taught them that, I didn't get. And it's not to say it's right or wrong. It's just that when I learned you're as sick as your secrets, and most of us have some kind of secret, whether we know it or whether we act it out. Because if we're not conscious of it, then we will act it out, like being molested, not knowing that you've been molested. It can lead to, promiscuity, it could lead to, as Gigi said, some people being that way. And I said I was going to do a show because I wanted to publicly apologize to people that say that they were born that way, because I used to really talk about those damn people. But when you go and do your research and see that in 1972, Henry Kissinger came up with the homosexual agenda, and they was going to start in the Black community globally, not just here, but globally. And they were going to teach us that. And they even went so far as going to the DSM and having them to change the meaning of homosexuality in the DSM. And it was about the two back then. That's the book that they used to determine all mental illnesses. Then some of these children could be born that way. And they gave us medication, women like myself. My son is 40. So anybody that had children from 72 on, they gave us those prenatal vitamins, and they had some stuff in those vitamins that cause our boys to grow breasts at a certain age. They have some things that can change your chemical makeup. So it's quite possible. While we sitting up here being so moralistic, and that's what I hate about us as a people, we claim we are the holiest people walking, but we are the most judgmental people and so unforgiving. But we always talk about being forgiven. It's disheartening, really it is to me. And so all I can say is we got a lot of work to do. That rug is pretty big, and we got a lot of cleaning to do. And thank you, Regina, very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, so it's really something. You still with me, Phil? Or did you start eating too?
Nah, I'm still here. I'm gonna let her eat, since she ain't care nothing about me, but I'm gonna let her eat. I'm just playing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, you fine.
Mhm.
No, I just started shaking. I was like, oh, let me. I don't
That's
do
You
right
gotta
right,
with
do
my
it with
eating.
that
water.
too.
That's right. Chemical imbalance. And that's a lot with the drug problem. It's the things that they put in it to change our chemical makeup. See, a lot of us don't even know that we have 12 body salts. And our mother gave us that. That's the kind of stuff that I want to teach people. So you are who your mother made you to be. And the state of your mother when she's pregnant is going to pretty much determine who you're going to be when you come out. That's why they tell you to read to your children and talk to them while they're inside. The calmer you are, the more calm the person that you produce will be. And that's the only creator I know. So, as a matter of fact, I've lost friends because when I started studying who we were before we were slaves, and you got to go back before we were slaves, because we were people before we were slaves. And when you go back before we were colonized, you learn a lot of stuff about yourself. Whether you accept it or not is up to you. but it is written, and a lot of us don't have a clue because it's like you said, B, who gonna teach us? We don't even know that we don't know. It's so much shit that we don't know. And if more of us would get into finding out who we are and standing in who we are and learning how to be an American, because above anything, we are the indigenous people to this land. So when we start understanding the rules that they have laid down for us and start reading and applying those rules, and you can start with the Christian Black codes. I would venture to say, if you go back and start reading the Christian Black codes, you will find a lot of the laws that they practice in every municipality that we know of and we live in. That's where they derive from, the Christian Black codes. And so I spend my time on YouTube looking at a variety of individuals. I look at scholars, I look at, history documentaries, I look at, craziness, I look at music, I look at, all of the different things, all of them. And I just try to learn. Thank you, Regina. I greatly appreciate your kindness. I really do. But that's what my show is about. But that's what I want it to be about. And I have to do more. But I have congestive heart failure and I don't always feel good. And so I'll be telling myself in my mind I'm going to do something, but I don't ever do it. I'm a procrastinator. And, and a lot of that comes with my, things I've had to overcome. Because I think it's a good topic for us to talk about, how we as women, when Master used to rape us, they said we couldn't be raped. And so they did anything they wanted to do to us. And then how it has turned over into our community. And so I think that I would like to talk about the subject of molestation and rape and how it affects us as mothers and daughters, and even how it affects our sons, because sometimes that affects how we deal with our sons, or if we have a relationship with our sons, or it determines what type of relationship because of how maybe we felt, about whoever the perpetrator was. And it doesn't always have to be a man.
You know what? Let me share something, because my sons used to always tell me why I don't hug them. And they would hug me. And this is terrible. But I used to feel grossed out. And they knew that I was like, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Until I got older, I had my kids early, that I realized, I said, it's because I was molested. So if anybody, because one of my sons, the one that's not here, he used to do it just because he knew it irritated me. You know what I'm saying? He was a butthole.
He like Jennifer Holiday, huh? You go love on him.
But that's a trip that you said that, because it did affect my intimacy and being able to hug my sons and give them kisses and stuff, because I just thought it was weird.
It's real. You know what I learned? I told you I worked the program of recovery for alcoholics and drug addicts, but I was not an alcoholic or a drug addict. I went to the Al-Anon room, but those women lied so much and everything was okay today. My life was in fucking shambles. It was not okay when your addicts steal all your shit. So, and I go to those meetings and, they addict didn't steal nothing, but maybe he might have stole one of my cassette tapes. Or, damn, just one cassette tape? That's all. He went to work. He brought them the whole check. Damn, he brought you the whole check? And he didn't come back and get it? No, I give him $10 and that was it. Shit, my had to give me his check. I want you to keep my check and I'm going to take this amount right here and that's all I'm going to do. Shit, 30 minutes later, I need you to give me let me have $20 of that money I gave you. And then this is all night until it ain't no more. But they didn't have them issues. So one lady, they were so mad at me because I told them I was hurting, and that shit they saying sound like it's a bunch of bullshit to me. I need to find somebody that really going through like I'm going through. And so they had what they call a group conscious on me because the only person that run the room is God. It's a spiritual program. So the group conscious is the whole group come together. So they called the group conscious on me to try to put me out the group because I was hurting and I wanted to talk about real life issues. Fuck all that. It's okay today, and
Yeah.
that shit sound good for an addict because for them, if they didn't use that day, it was okay. But we were family members of the. Then some of these damn women did more damn dope than the dope fiend. I'm like, God damn, you sure you're in the right room? You say you smoke crack with him. You say you shot dope with him. Ain't you in the wrong room? Oh no,
Wow.
I just did it one time. Nah, I think you might be in the. So anyway, one girl in AA told me, she said, you look very disappointed. She said, why don't you come over here with us? I said, but I'm not an alcoholic. She said, but the big book says the only requirement for membership is a desire not to drink. And so when I got up every night, I would stand up and say, my name is, and I have a desire not to drink. So then they had a group conscious meeting on my ass because
Oh my God.
I wasn't an addict or alcoholic, and they didn't want me to be in their closed meetings. But as long as I stood up and said my name and I had a desire not to drink, they couldn't put me out. But I learned a lot from the alcoholics and the addicts. That's when I learned how the church was ripping people off because those people were alcoholics and addicts, and a lot of them didn't have a dime. But those rooms never closed because they didn't make their rent. Because it was some alcoholics and addicts had real good jobs. And if they didn't collect money every night and pay that rent, some of them men would go in their checkbook and write a check. So they were
Wow.
self-sufficient because they didn't accept money from outside sources. So, it's all about what you put into something is what you get out of it. And I learned from there, they teach you one is too many and 1,000 is not enough. You come in these rooms because of your addict or alcoholic, but that's not why you stay in these rooms. You first, that may be what drove you there, but when you get there and you're sitting there, and if you're listening, because the first one or two times you're just going to listen, you're not going to share. And then you hear somebody telling a story, right? And you looking around trying to see who you know in that motherfucker because you know that somebody done told them your story and they really telling your story. But it's their story, which is your story. Because we're more alike than we are different. We're more alike. So when you hear that, and then that makes you more open because you realize, damn, that happened to you too. Because one of the things that keep addicts and alcoholics sick is they think that they've done shit that nobody else has done. And they think what they've done is so horrible that if you really knew who I was, you wouldn't love me or you wouldn't like me. But we all have done something. They say we all fall short of the glory. So it may not have been that you did. But we done something that we're not really proud of. So when you learn those kind of things, and I went to group for 9 months every single day, never missed a day, went at 8 o'clock every night.
Wow.
I went on holidays and all. Every major holiday I was there. From the 4th of July, Labor Day, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. And some of my cousins would say, do you have to go to those meetings? I had to go because I learned how to let go because I worked the 12 steps of AA. I literally worked the steps. In Al-Anon, I would have never worked the steps because they don't do that. Those women are in such denial. And that's how we lived our lives, in denial. And we're controlling people. You said something earlier, Gigi, and you was talking about your giving, and you like to make sure that it's actually, you giving and not trying to control or that's so very true of a giver Because when you're a giver, you learn to use that even to manipulate people. So you have to really look at yourself and say, am I giving to give, or am I giving because I'm expecting something back? Or I want you to act a certain way. So I'm doing that. You really have to weigh those kind of things out. And then another thing people need to learn, that alcoholics and drug addicts, they're codependent too.
Yeah.
So they have all of the different traits. The difference is we, as the codependents, we don't get to feel the high that they get to feel. So they get to bullshit and fuck up. And we get to live there and lie and cover up.
No, our high is thinking that we can fix something that's sick. Because we just as sick. My ex-husband, I remember when we met his father for the first time. He was in Texas. And his father looking at me, he was like, how are you clean and he's a mess like this? I was like, I've been delivered. You know, I can't, I don't have the desire to go back to that. And but I wish he would stop, whatever. But he told me, he said, you're sick thinking that you don't have to move on with your life. Because he was dragging me. When you run off with the, when you don't come home with the check, but then I had it set up where I had the check going into my banking account. And you couldn't get to that that card. And his name wasn't on my account either. So he couldn't get to the money. But he would sell everything.
I know that's where he gonna get the money. If he a dope fiend, he gonna get the money.
I found myself, we was in Texas at his dad's. And this Negro found a crack house in Texas. Ain't never been in Texas a day in his life. I was like, how the hell did he?
They know where to go, baby. Somebody gonna point them over there.
Like, how the hell we just went to the daiquiri little store? How the hell you know the daiquiri drive-through? That was my first time, you know. I was like, how did this nigga know where to go?
Oh yeah, they find the right place.
Oh my God. Crazy.
They find the right places.
Found it. I was like, boy, he must have been. He must got to sniff to know where it's at, because he sure found him a crack house. Could have got killed though. Could have got killed out there.
Yeah.
You consider the enemy coming into somebody's territory that you don't know nothing about, trying to buy some dope.
If you notice about the dope fiends, they know how to maneuver.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like chameleons. Baby, they can adjust, and you talking about adapting to wherever they are. They read the room.
That is crazy.
Yeah, they read the room, and then they, act accordingly. They don't go there, like they running shit or nothing, because they know how it goes.
That's crazy. That was insane to me. I was like, oh my God, we can't even go out of town this month.
Yeah, I got some insane ass stories.
Act a fool, boy.
It's really something when you live that life and you didn't even get the pleasure of getting high. Shit. Now,
in my book, I like
pleasurable.
He dragged me like a freight train. You know what I'm saying? It's like I might as well have been using too, because he was dragging me right along with him. You know what I'm saying? God,
we do that shit.
God,
I never forget
more than a co-defendant. That's just stupid.
I remember one night my addict out. I used to take him, to get his dope, and I knew that's what he was doing, and I would sit out in the car. And so I had taken him so many times to this last time we went somewhere, and then, he was driving, and he pulled up to one of the places I knew where he went and got dope, right? So I said, fuck this. I am not sitting in here waiting. I'm going to get out the car. Now, y'all, this is like 2:00 in the morning in Dallas, Texas. And I got out the car, and I said, I'm just going to start walking. That motherfucker came down back to the car, got in the car. I was walking to the left. That motherfucker turned right. I ended up having to walk over 2 miles at 2:00 in the morning to my mama's house in the rain, because it started raining on my ass. And I knew then that a big woman ain't never got to worry about getting raped or beat down on the streets at 2:00 in the morning because didn't nobody offer me no damn ride. They didn't even try. They didn't try to do shit to me. I ended up walking to my mom's house, and it was 2 days after that. Someone had to take me home. That he showed back up with my car, with the radio missing and the spare.
Oh
all
Lord.
those things. So it's so much that we put ourselves through. So
Yeah.
people really don't know what people are going through.
Yeah.
A lot of us say that little old cliche. I may not look like my story, and I might not, but shit, you don't know it. So I
Thank
feel
God
like
you don't look like what you've been through.
that's right. That's right. Because it's some
Goodness.
shit out there. It really is. And today, it's even worse.
Yeah, these drugs today.
Yeah.
It's really good. You don't know what you're getting.
You have no clue.
Mm-hmm.
No clue. But you done start eating dinner on us?
Or she cooking or something. I had me a bowl of cereal. I was like, I gotta put something. I forgot I didn't eat nothing.
I
Took
heard my
medicine.
name. Did you call me?
Yeah, I said that you done went to eat on us.
Oh well, no, I ate earlier when y'all was but I did go to the latest room, but I have it on my big TV, so I was able to hear.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you saying nothing, so that's why I was.
Yeah, I was staying tuned.
I'm calling in on your wisdom.
Okay.
Just speak, sister.
What you want? What
Do you know anything about that stuff we was talking about just now?
Oh well, I guess I didn't hear it.
Drugs.
Oh no. Oh, that part. Yeah.
Being a codependent.
No. I thank God that no, I've never experienced drugs.
Well, that's a good thing.
I've never
you
had
never experienced
weed.
a drug addict.
No. Mm-mm. I've experienced a habitual liar.
Same difference.
Yeah, we was so you called me. I was going to say it felt like
it's the same difference. That's a different ism.
Yeah, he had a habit. I was married to one baby who stopped me dead in my tracks from lying. So now I'm like, I don't have to lie about nothing.
So that's why you're about them facts, huh?
I'm about them facts, baby. Because listen,
you got it honest.
I tried to tell a Gigi that typically whatever I talk about, when I know what I know is because I've experienced it in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So, yeah, but no, yeah, it was horrible. But no, I have not experienced that. I've dealt with some people in my family that were alcoholics. And I'm sure I have. Well, I know I have had family members who were functioning
addicts.
A lot of those. Yeah, a lot of those.
But the temperament of it is, I guess, whether they're functioning or not functioning. If they needed the temperament, the harshness is still the same. So, but
it's all the same,
right? No, but I've not dealt with it personally, but I have dealt with, other form of abuse with people in my family and stuff. Yes.
And then when we look at ourselves, we can look at some things that we could put a holic on, like shopaholic.
Yeah.
A lot of us are that and don't even know it.
I know I am. I have
I am too.
Addictive personality, so.
I do too, and I didn't think shopping was one of them. But girl, I got more shit. I'm just like the little old woman you see on TV in the middle of the night ordering shit. I don't do the gadgets. I got a closet full of clothes with all kind of tags on them. Can't wear none of that shit. Can't wear none of it.
For whatever size I was during that time, I got clothes with tags on them in all these different sizes. Promising to God that one day I'm gonna be able to get in them.
The only thing about me is I give away after I done had them. So, yeah, COVID
Yeah.
told us not to go nowhere, so you don't get
Yeah, I
dressed.
used to give away, but when everything got a damn tag on it, fuck that. I'm keeping it because I'm like Pete. One day, I'm going back to that. I ain't got there yet, but one day I'm
Right.
going back to that size. Shit, and then I keep adding shit.
Yeah,
you know, we all have
I'm a shopaholic.
Yeah.
I definitely am a shopaholic. I
Girl, I
buy
didn't think I was.
unnecessarily. And the worst thing starting to work from home is ordering online. I'm
Oh,
good at that too.
that's what I do. I'll never leave my bedroom.
Oh Lord.
Never.
Yeah.
Baby,
So
and
I am ready to
Amazon.
kind of get back. I was the last person in my department to work from home, and that was
Okay.
so for a whole almost a year. I was the only one on my floor that went to work until somebody messed up my groove at the beginning of the year. I think
Damn.
a couple of their family members got tested positive, and he came to
Mm.
work at the office instead of working at home. And maybe 2 weeks in, he tested positive, and then they told me that I had to work from home, and I ain't been back since.
Do you mind me asking, are you a supervisor?
Um, I'm more in the management field, yeah.
That's what I'm alluding to. For you to be the last one, that's
On my
that's
floor.
normally how that goes.
Yeah, because once no, but I chose when my department was going, I didn't want to because I moved downtown.
Okay.
I could walk to work, so for the
Oh, okay.
convenience. So everybody else wanted to drive. Well, that was my exercise.
Okay.
That was my breath of fresh air.
You better go over there and go to that damn doggy park. They got 2 or 3 of them now, don't they?
Well, baby, listen. Now I'm in. I don't want to go out. I done got lazy. Walmart delivers groceries. I'll be like,
Yeah.
You know what? Yes.
I done got lazy, but actually, I was like, oh no, I don't want to, and I didn't want to work. I was set up to work from home, but I got up and went to work every day, like it wasn't be the only one in their feet all up, just chilling.
Baby,
And,
when they started letting us work from home, our shit probably was one of the first ones to go. I was so happy.
Yeah.
But you know what? I did more work at home than I ever did in the office.
yeah, it's
Why
I
do you
don't,
think
you
that
know,
All
is?
damn day.
Why do you think that is, TT?
I don't know because I'm a creature of habit. And when I get up, I just sit here and, I can't type. And like I said, I only knew the computer for what I had to do. And so I would just sit there all day. I wouldn't take lunch. I wouldn't take break. I had to literally make myself, stop work. And I would get
Yeah.
up and work from 7 because I was off on Fridays. And so I worked, 4:10. And I would get up and start at 7. And shit, I might stop at midnight or 1 or 2
Woo.
and get up and do it all over again. I
I
move
used to
kind
like
of
that
like a
4
turtle.
tens and 3 days off. I used to love that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got 2. But I guess that would be considered 4 when you look at the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Or that would be your 3.
No, we used to do 4 tens and then, yeah, so that was
Yeah,
40
you would.
hours.
Yeah, you would be off on the 3rd day.
Yeah.
I got
And
you.
sometimes they'll have you off for 2 days and then have you off one day, split off of another day. And I didn't like that shit. I wanted mine to be consecutively. My $3, my 3 days consecutively. Shit. Mm-mm.
I was lucky to be off Fridays. So I had Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then I changed it to Wednesdays because it felt like 2 days on, a day off, 2 days on, and then 2 days off. Mm-hmm. It was fun.
Yeah.
I loved my job. I
did
was
you?
damn good at what I did. but I started getting sick, and so it was time to go. And I love that even better. Not
You talking
being
about
sick.
sick from work, stress?
No, stress was probably a part of it, but my body.
Okay.
I was born with the 3rd-degree heart block, and so I already had the pacemaker and everything. But I started having problem with my musculoskeletal. I started having sciatic problems. Um, I think I might even started having mental problems because I would be scheduling appointments and scheduling uh, 2 appointments the same time on different sides of the city. And I would
Mm.
send people final notices 3 times. You know, you don't supposed to get one final notice. It's final. I would be changing people's dates. You know what I'm saying? Because I would
Mm.
send something that I thought that I, didn't realize I had already sent. So I started doing things like that. And I had problems with my back. Um, I just started having a lot of problems. And I decided for me it was time to go. And thank goodness I had some doctors that agreed. And then I had a territory manager who was phenomenal. And he helped me do what I needed to do to come home. And so I
Good.
retired at the age of 52.
That's a blessing. Shit.
You sure is.
Yeah, it really is. I don't like the illness because, see, when my heart just went into heart failure, maybe like, I would say maybe 4 or 5 years ago, but I didn't tell my doctor until last year
Whoa.
that I was having the symptoms because I didn't know what it was. My back was so painful that I didn't do nothing and I didn't go nowhere. So when I couldn't breathe when I walked, I thought it was because I didn't do anything. I had no clue that my heart was getting weaker. But when I finally told him that I can barely walk from here to there, and he ran the test, that's when we discovered that my
Is it the
heart
cigarettes?
is no. But I'm sure everybody would think so. But I was born with an 89-year-old heart, and I damn sure wasn't born smoking. He
Right.
said that what made me go into heart failure is to have the pacemaker for as many years as I've had it. My son
Wow.
Mm.
is 40 and I've had it for 38 years because the first time they told me, I didn't believe them. And I waited 2 years. I went to get 3 different doctors' opinions because I thought it was something they did to me in the hospital after I had my son. And but I was born with it. And so I was getting real lightheaded and feeling like I wanted to faint, but I didn't. But I felt like I did. And so my heart was beating when they discovered it 29 beats a minute. And when they told me that, they said, are you all right? Are you coherent? And I'm like, hell yeah, I'm looking at TV. What the fuck going on? This is how I'm talking to these people. It's by, I don't know how many doctors and nurses done ran in my room checking me because the lady had just did my vitals. They said, well, your heart is beating at 29 beats a minute. Well, see, I don't know nothing about no heartbeat. I said, and? They said, and it should be 60 at rest. I said,
Whoa.
oh, hell. I had to look at that shit a little different. But I felt like it was something they did to me. I did not believe them. And
Mm.
like, damn. And so as I was getting weaker, then they told me I was going to have to do the inevitable and that's get a pacemaker.
How old was you when you did that?
I had my son. I was 22 going on 23. And I got the pacemaker like 2 years later.
Godly.
Yeah, because I didn't believe him. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
And I still find it hard to believe that I was born with it, but that's what they say, so I have to accept that, But and then a lot of people, say, well, why are you smoking? Shit, I've been smoking since I was 12.
Why is
And
that the age that everybody start? Because that's how old I was too.
well, probably, like, I don't know, and they would call it child abuse today, but my mom smoked. My dad didn't really smoke, but my mom smoked cigarettes. And you know how they would tell you, and different uncles and stuff, go light the cigarette for me. Or you go light it on the stove. So you be puffing on it, you know. And then after a while, you inhale. And so you learn how. And so me and my cousins, we used to get together and we go over each other's house and spend the night. We be stealing their cigarettes like they didn't know that the damn cigarettes was missing. We weren't thinking about it's only so many in the pack and shit, but we get to stealing the cigarettes and we go outside or go in the bathroom, let the window up. Everybody in the window in the bathroom at the same time, smoking the cigarette. I think that may be one of the reasons why everybody started around that time, because you be lighting the cigarettes for people. Maybe
I know for me,
never did that.
I was hanging out with the Cholas, and I remember I came home one day from school and I was sick as a dog, smoking at the bus stop. And my sister came in and said to my grandmother, she was like, "What's wrong with Stephanie?" I was like, "I don't feel good." She's out there with her fast self smoking with them girls. I was sick as a dog though, because that messed my stomach up. I remember that. I was like, "Ooh," but I've been smoking ever since then. But you guys, I'm gonna get ready to close up. I want you guys to finish. Just give your last words or whatever, because this baby been locked up in my room for 3 hours.
Well, I thank you for coming back and letting me come back, and I thank you for the conversation we had. B, I really enjoyed being on with you, Regina, and Shan, Dimple, everybody, Smooth,
Omari,
even Mr. Ken. I like to say thank y'all for extending me the opportunity so that I could redeem myself, and Gigi and I can, be where we know we are. Yeah. So I appreciate it. I'm always grateful to be able to share.
And thank you for forgiving me.
For wanting me to share.
Thank you for forgiving me.
Yes.
I'm a hothead sometimes, but I'm
That's
not
okay.
really a hothead. I'm just.
We all go through whatever we go through. But remember, Fee said it best. You need to know that you know that you know.
Yeah.
You got some real women on your team.
Yeah.
We ain't no little girls playing like we know big girls.
Yeah.
You got some big girls. They say run with the big dogs.
She with the big dogs,
you with some big ones. And not just in size. I'm talking about
big
in who we are as a people.
Wrapped a little different. Wrapped a little different.
Wrapped a little different.
I see it, and that's what I like. I think I've always hung out with with the older girls. Even when I ran away, I ran away with the 16 and 17-year-olds and 18-year-olds. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I was 12. I always hung around with older.
So you've always been wise. It was just misguided.
Mm-hmm. Well, I thank God for you guys. Thank you for everybody that tuned in and has stayed tuned in, and even those that are in the bushes. I hope you got some out today. One thing that we did, the biggest lesson today was that we can resolve our issues, and we can do it publicly. We can make mistakes.
Yes.
And I'm not perfect. Sometimes I may get it wrong. Sometimes I may get it wrong, and I'm not too smart that I can't be corrected and that I can't learn something from it. Go on to sing us something out of here.
We heard, girl.
Go on, keep talking.
No, that's beautiful.
But I thank everybody for listening. I hope you turn your bell on so you can get the notifications. I'm always sending out extra send off, and thank you for everybody that shared this video as well. And, welcome to Guys Girls World. We about peace and love here, and sometimes we can go a little left, but we'll get right back on track. So that's what it's about.
Gigi.
Yes.
They remind me of, I was looking at Lady Snoop, and these women was on there all fussing and stuff, and this lady made up a song.
Yeah, church lady
was talking, and it was beautiful. Her voice was so beautiful.
That's the person that's singing on my thing. That's the person that's singing on my on my introductory.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Okay, well she got a beautiful voice, boy. When that lady made it, that's how good you sound, Pete. That's why I was saying that when you started singing that.
Thank you, Regina.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Make it
so
because
much.
y'all was taking us to church, so I just had to do like the
That's
songstress
real.
come in at the end when the pastor's, extending the invitation to the church.
But y'all forget to leave y'all offering.
Yes. And your offering
Please.
is to hit the like button, subscribe, and
Please.
share. Come back next time now. You hear?
You hear?
Yeah. And like I said, I'm getting better at this, so I'm gonna come back. Who knows? I may be going live tomorrow. I'm gonna do it in the daytime, so it don't be late for the people who do work the next day and isn't up all night long. So
Great.
I'll definitely be considering that time for East Coast. I think you guys are. I think that's the longest period. Yeah, because everybody 2 hours and then 3 hours. The East Coast is probably the furthest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I'm right now. It is 6:28 here. So
That's
that means,
fantastic. Thank you guys so much.
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you, TT.
Well, we gotta catch up on. I definitely have to call you too, Tiger, because there's something missing in my life. You know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to get this read on. You know what I'm
Do
talking
your thing. Yeah.
about?
I
Okay.
believe I do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think the world needs to read it or hear it.
Mm-hmm.
It's time. So. All right. Well, I love you all. I love you, family.
Love you
You
back.
know,
Love
have
you
a good
more.
evening. Have a good evening. God bless you all. And I hope you enjoyed our show today. And it went all kind of ways, but I think it ended up in a
We
good,
ended
Peace.
on
good way.
peace. We
Peace
ended
in the
on peace.
YouTube streets.
That's what's up.
Peace. Yes, 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 yes.
Yes.
Yes, we just showed
Bye.
an example of peace in the YouTube streets.
Thank you, Regina.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good
Resolution.
night. Have a good
Okay.
night. Bye
All
bye.
righty. Bye-bye.
All right, have a good night. Muha, everybody. I love you. Leave a comment. Share this video. Like the video. Peace out, Regina. I'll see you on the street somewhere, probably in Lady Snoops. Okay, bye.